And good afternoon, everyone. Summerset is here. Yay! Awesome stuff. We have it here. Oh, I actually have left on my multi-stream alert that I was going to do if I was going to stream last night, which I didn't, so we'll take that off. I don't need that. Right, okay, let's take that bit off. Yes, so Summerset has arrived at long last. Awesome. We get to go and run it out. But I'm going to start my Summerset journey today here, actually in Graftwood. And why? Because with the Summerset release, it releases a couple of other things, including jewelry crafting. So let's go and get some attuned stations quickly. I just want to update the guild house that we have with a couple of attuned jewelry station things. So let's see if we can track them down in the list here. Is it this one who sells it, or is it the other guy? Because he sells most of them. No, he doesn't have the jewelry. Okay, so does that mean she has the jewelry? Which may well be possible. I need the jewelry crafter achievement before I'm allowed to even purchase it. How do I get the jewelry crafting achievement? That's not what I was expecting. Is it just a case of dismantling a piece of jewelry? Achievements, let's have a look. Summerset. And I'd imagine somewhere in here it would be under probably the general, isn't it? No. Maybe it's gone into crafting then. In fact, the achievement list seems to have grown dramatically. Oh, I see. They've taken the DLCs all out and given them in their own category in the achievements, it seems. So that's one change that we've had recently that come through. So let's have a look into crafting. Ah, there we are. Jewelry crafter. Learn the art of jewelry crafting. Okay, so that should be possible because apparently they've put writs in. So if they have put writs in, we could probably jump to Oregon and find the Rick trainer for this character, because this is my master crafter, though I probably need to get some more skill points on her. She's only got one at the moment. But if I can just unlock that jewelry crafting, then we should be able to carry on. Let's find out how the Rick beginning is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort this out a second. Obviously we can see now the Summerset map is there. Hurrah! But I am going to create a new character to run around Summerset. But before I do, I just want to explore jewelry crafting in itself, just because it's there, and get these stations up and running in the guild house for the guild, so that anyone who's got Summerset has access to some of the set jewelry crafting items, even if they haven't got the DLCs that are related to those ones. I haven't got an extensive amount of sets in the house, but I will certainly. I got 6 of them, and I want to make sure I just got all of those covered, so that we'll have Mechanical Akity and Julianus there available in the house. So we're just jumping over to Oregon. Bear with us one moment. You lag too hard in Summerset, is it, Zucker? Oh no. Unfortunately, it is patch day, and this is what I will say about patch day, is that things run slower on the day of patch. That is for everyone. That is regardless of the game itself. That's not Zenimax Online's fault at all in any shape or form. Whenever something new comes in, especially some big expansion like this one is, this big expansion itself, there is always going to be teething problems. I would say on this stream, do expect over the next couple of days there could be times when we'll get disconnected, the server will go down, things might run slow. That's normal with a big expansion. I mean, it's incredible enough that we can actually get these sort of extensions running as we do. But yeah, so where do I go and get? I got For Glory, which is not what we're looking for, I don't think. Oh, maybe. What's the For Glory? No, that's just asking us to do Battlegrounds. Okay, so we have a new board here. That, I guess, is the Battleground board that anyone can access Battlegrounds anywhere then. So that would be related to that. But I am looking for the Master Trainer to do with jewelry. We need to really unlock the jewelry crafting perk. So the question is, where is the jewelry station? Okay, let's have a look. So this should be one in every city. Maybe if I just go and play on, go into it. So apparently it's in the Alchemy house in Oregon. Yeah, 200 players. That's part of the problem why it's so slow, because everyone wants to check out the new content at the same time. Everyone's in the same zone, so it's trying to load everything together. And that's part of the reason why you find they run so slow, as well as they've taken out the station over here, and there's a jewelry crafting station in here. So if I do this, there we are. Gain the skill line jewelry crafting. Does that now mean I have the jewelry crafter, which means I can now go and purchase? So I actually don't need to do anything more other than go back to Craftwood. Graftwood, where we're going to do some crafting. There we are. Right, okay, so let's teleport back over. So I'm doing this at the moment. Kitten is just nearly finished downloading her one as well. She was quite upset I managed to get mine done just a little quicker than she has, but she won't be far behind. I've seen some people got in even quicker, and there's quite a few people who've been running around already. Some people are already streaming already what's happening. It is looking very nice at the moment, and I'm very excited for it. I've had the collector's edition, so we will also check out some of that stuff as well, because I got the collector's costumes. I've got the Griffin pet. We will have a look at that in a bit, and the new mount as well. That's all come through. But before we, as I say, hit Summerset, I just want to get the guild house up to date, just to say we've got it there. Anyone who needs a crafting station, wants to do Julianus, or wants to do Mechanical Activity, it's there. We have it. Excellent. But yeah, we'll need to go and quickly grab those. So I need to go, and I didn't check out the prices because I have saved up a lot of RIT tokens for this. You've got the Pocket Salamander as well, Evizaka House. That's awesome. I might have that. I can't remember what I've exactly got and what I haven't got at the moment. I picked up the digital collector's edition, so I know I got some of the items. There we go. Right, now let's talk to it. Has it unlocked? Yes, it has. Achievable crafting stations, 250. Excellent. So we want to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. That's 6 of them. Because that's how many RIT tokens I've got available, and that's how many crafting stations we have. But I'm not going to do all 6 of them now. Right now I'm going to get 3 of them, pop them in the house, and then we're going to start a new character. And what I got an idea for a new character as well. I want to create a new wood elf. It's my last slot. I got 15 slot. It's my 15th character, so it will be my last slot. But I got an idea for it. I want to have a wood elf, but a really tiny wood elf who's a warden, because I got 3 of every other class except the warden. So really, this will be my 3rd warden as well. Well, I need to go to. Oh, there's another one there. That'll be Arteium. Right, okay, cool. Right, so Mechanical Activity is down there. So let's teleport over to there. Yeah, I want to do a really tiny wood elf warden, so she has a really massive bear next to her, so she looks really tiny next to the bear. I think that would look really cool. That's what I want to do anyway. So you have the collectors too as well, but the salamander is cute. Okay, we'll have to check those out in a second then. I'll get those with my new character when I create her in a second. Right. The station we want is over this way. In fact, actually, I have the ability to go even faster because I picked up the retreating maneuver thing. And here we are, Mechanical Activity Crafting Station in Clockwork City. And if I come here and go... Well, it kind of said it used it, but then it didn't. Okay, maybe I just used that wrong. Ah, there we are, it's because I was on my horse. So that should hopefully have put us in. Yeah, we have a Mechanical Activity Station. Excellent. So we can take that away to take to the guild house. Now we need Julianus, and I also want the Daedric Trickery, because we already have those in the guild house already, so we'll just add to those. So yes, this is Summerset, viewed from the last couple of DLCs instead of actually going straight to Summerset, but we will get there in a minute. One of the nice things I liked about it is that when we came into the game was that wonderful cutscene that they've added to it, and the trailer has just come out, the cinematic trailer as well, which looks absolutely beautiful. So if you haven't seen the cinematic trailer, I know in Tia Line's Discord channel, she's just posted a link to the cinematic trailer very recently, and I also know you can also, it's on obviously in YouTube, and it's got through Elder Scrolls website itself. It looks absolutely brilliant. Really exciting stuff. Almost teared up at the end there. Almost teared up at the end there, I gotta say. When I saw the final bit there. Right, okay, let's head on over this way, because we got to go and do this one. And then the Daedric Trickery should be fairly straightforward. So, if I remember rightly, it's just over this bridge and across the wilds here. So back into Orsinium, one of the very first DLCs. The land of the orcs. This character, we're heading completely the wrong direction. We want to go this way. There we are, the crafting station's up on that compass at the top there. That's good. I have my drink ready with me as well. A glass of Jägermeister and Coke to relax to. So there we are. There's the crafting station for Julianus. Right, okay. Where's my consumables? Let's create that one. Perfect. And that should now put in a furnishings, the Julianus one, and I just want to get one more. I do have 6 crafting stations in the guild house, but I'm only going to do 3 before we shoot off. I just want to get these up and running as soon as I got into Summerset, and then I'll do the other 3, because the other 3 belong to Imperial City, which are a little bit more awkward to get to. I will do that on the stream probably in the next day or 2 to get those completed off as well, but to get to the ones in Imperial City, they're a little bit more of a challenge to get to. It's the whole reason why I have them in the house, because it means when you're doing things like Master Writs and everything else, you don't have to keep trying to go through Imperial City to get them. You've got them just there in the guild house, so that's why I actually included all 3 of those as soon as possible. But I will get those in the next couple of days. I'll get them all in one go. But let's just get the first 3 sorted, get them put down into the guild house, and we have it all sorted for everyone then. Right. Into the land of the last chapter, which is Vardenfell or Sam. Right, okay, let's go. Ah, no, hang on a minute, I've come out the wrong way, Shrine. That's my fault. I should be going to that one, just the one slightly north, because that is where Daedric Trickery is based. Okay. If we grow over here, and I was like jumping over there, like I always could leap over there, and literally this crafting station is right behind the way Shrine, really conveniently. So just straight into the tomb, down and about, and here we go. And that will be the 3rd one for today. As I say, I've got the other 3 there ready, but we have the 3 there that at least gets our guild house up and running with those. So we travel back to the guild house. We'll put these down. And then I think it's time to make a brand new character. I know some people have said there has been a little bit of choppiness on servers this morning, especially those on NA at the moment, the NA server, which makes a change from it being normally the EU server that has a bit of problems. But yes, the EU server is, we can expect that there might be some problems there as well. Well, I wouldn't say expect, it's just that I know historically the EU server has struggled sometimes a little bit more with new patches and everything else like that, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have it here. It's not to panic, they do sort it out in time, it just needs a bit of looking after and a bit of care, and they do that, and you know, it's been running well for a while, but we'll see what happens. And the way it goes now. Right, okay, so we need somewhere to put this one. So these are all scattered around, but they all scatter around with purpose to where they were. But actually maybe we'll pop this one over to here. So this is the Daedric Trickery station. So if you're ever in the guild house, if you're from our guild, the Brotherhood of Askir, I am popping the jewelry station over here for now. I may move that. I'm not really too happy at that location, but these were set up before we knew jewelry stations were coming, so I'm kind of squeezing them in a little bit around everything. I will probably have a little bit of a fiddle around in the guild house at a later point to get those a bit more tidied up. Right, so the Julianos sets are around the back here, so this would make sense to obviously put the Julianos set for the jewelry crafting in here. And we'll pop this here. And I wonder which way around it looks actually. So if we click on that, it spins that way. That's good, because I like the way these spin. I mean, the reason I put the other stations the other way is just so it spins around and sees the altar, but that's nice there. I like that. And then we've got one more to do, which is the mechanical akity, which will be up by all the rest of my clockwork stuff up here. There we go, and there is actually a space for it on this one, so let's pop that one in. There we go. So we now have a whole set of mechanical akity, including the jewelry crafting, which I would love to have a proper look in at some point soon, but it's starting to look good. I do like this. So what we've got here, it's telling me all the things we do with them. So you can create, well, we can't create because we haven't got any materials yet. You can create your rings, you can create your necklaces, you create them in the set jewelry, but obviously you need to have it all unlocked, which means we've got to do all our research to be able to unlock it, to be able to actually get the set. So even though it's there, you still need to obviously research all your traits. So the sooner we can do that, the better. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Right, okay, so that's that bit done. Now we've got those there. We at least have jewelry stations in the guild house. We've got easy accessible ones straight off the bat. Okay, next step. Let's create a brand new character. So what I wanted to do, as I said, was I wanted to create a wood elf. And I really wanted to make them really, really tiny as well. So, okay, so we have our wood elf selected. And this one's going to be a warden. And then we want to really make her really tiny, so it's really short as possible. There we go, that's cool. And let's start doing some work on her, shall we? Right, okay, what I'll do is I'll take the no gear off just because it's easier. Actually, we don't need to while we're on the face, actually. We'll take the gear off in a moment. And let's have a look. Actually, I don't mind that face as it was, but let's have a look. See what we can get to. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Okay, so we'll lock that in. Let's have a listen to the voices. Yes, we'll go. Oh, hey, Dr. Cool, how you doing? How's things? Yeah, just saying, just coming into Summerset here. I've just put into the guild house the jewelry stations, at least for 3 of the sets. I'll do the other 3 in the next couple of days because I've got to get those from Imperial City. But I'm creating a brand new character to run through Summerset here. And I wanted to do a warden that was a really short wood elf warden so that the bear looks absolutely massive with it. This will be my 3rd warden that I've built, which is also my 15th character, which means I'll then have 3 of every single class, which is cool. Let's have a listen. Let's have a listen. Yeah, that one will do. That's cool. Fine, no problems. That will do fine for me. Keep the hair back for a second. I'll come back to the hair. Age is good. Adornment's good because I can always add those in with the collectibles afterwards. And the same with head markings, I think. Don't tend to like starting off with them. I can always add them in a minute. Right, okay, let's have a look. Forehead slope. I'll do. We'll do cheekbone size. It's alright, I'm not having a heavy adjustment here. Yeah, raise them up slightly. Okay, jaw size. Yeah, we'll bring that down a bit. Chin size. I do like the character creator in Elder Scrolls Online. It does have a lot more elements to it. Sorry, that noise, that music is coming through quite loudly now. So I'm just going to drop it down a bit. Back to preview, thank you. Okay, and we'll have a look at, where were we? We're on chin size, we want chin height. So bring it up a bit there, that's cool by me. Neck size, I always don't like how thick they make the necks to begin with, so I always bring that all the way down. And then if we drop down a bit, what we got? Eye colour. What colour can we have? We could go with green, I think, or maybe some amber. Pure black. I think I got one that's pure black. Oh, I like the bright blue. I do like the bright blue, but I don't know if it works with a wood elf. I like the green. I like the green. We will stick with the green for now. Just look at the size of the eyes. That will do. Yeah, that's cool. Eye angle. Just have a look at different angles. There we are. That'll do around about there. Just want to bring the eyes a little bit closer. Eye height. That's cool. Eye squint. Should we have a wide-eyed or really squinty eye type eyes? Is that kind of like, sort of look in it if you squint them down? So I think I'll just put them round about there for now. Right, okay. Eyebrows. Actually, I like that eyebrow as it already is. Don't think there is actually any better. I mean, that one I think I've used before, but I like that one. I like that. So, okay, we'll stick with that one. Eyebrow height, just a little off the bottom there, I think. Skew, we'll keep like that so it's not over skewed over to the sides. Eyebrow depth, we'll have to look at the side. Hey Dylan, yeah, brand new elf. I'm going for a wood elf and I've made her as short as possible because she's going to be a warden so that the bear will look massive next to her. That's my idea anyway. I've got to I've got 3 of every other class except the Warden, so this is my final 15th character slot as well, and I'm going to make her into my 3rd Warden. But I thought, well, if she's going to have the bear running around with her, we'll make it so that she's really tiny and the bear looks massive as well. And yes, pretty much I have 14 female characters and 1 male character. What can I say? I prefer female characters to be running around with them there. But yeah, different people have different things. Some people do what they do. You know, some men prefer running around with female characters. Some prefer male characters. Vice versa. I mean, Kitten, a lot of her characters are male characters as well. I mean, she's got a few female characters as well, but she does have mostly male characters. I think it's just the way it is. But yeah, we're exploring Summerset. I've just put into the guild house the jewellery stations for Daedric Trickery, Mechanical Acuity, and also Julianus. So those 3 jewellery stations, crafty jewellery stations, are now available in the guild house as well at this point. I do have 3 more available for the Imperial City ones as well, but I'll do those in the next couple of days. But I just want to get those in very quickly. Let's have a look. Actually, I didn't think I wanted to put the depth in that. Dave will bring that out a bit. Okay, cool. Right, let's look at the nose. Bring the nose up a bit. Nose height. So just try and go through this very quickly and we can get cracked into Summerset then. But that's cool. Right. That should be alright. Yep, that's alright. Nose width, I like that. That's cool. Mouth height. Round about where it was cool. Just bring the curve up so she's not so grumpy all the time. I mean, if you ever look at my Silna character, I put the mouth curve all the way down and she just looks constantly grumpy all the time. Every photo that you see her in, especially she's always got like that military look. She's got the commander personality. That's the one which I use as the tank all the time when we're running around together in the dungeons and stuff like that. And she always has got that very serious look on her face every time you see her. Let's just drop that down there. Right, okay. I do like the backdrop here as well. So okay, ear size. I liked it where it was actually, the small ears. Okay, what about the rotation? Just tuck it back ever so slightly. Ear height, maybe could do it coming up a bit. Yeah, that'll do. And the ear tip flare. Just I don't know. Actually, I quite liked it forward on this one. I think I like it there. Okay, cool, excellent. We just sort the body out now. This is the bit where we have to take everything off there and just work out where we're going with it. Slightly, I tend to situate around about. We want a bit of muscle on this one. She is a warden after all. There we are. Got my height down to the minimum height there. What about a complexion? No, I quite like that one. There we are. As I say, don't worry about body markings because I'll sort those out with the collections afterwards. Torso size. Okay, so that's the top bit here. Bit more narrow shoulders, around there's fine. Chest size, this is always the dodgy one. You always watch the people who push it all the way up to the top there, but we want it around about there. Actually, you don't need it absolutely massive. Bring the gut in a bit. Bring the waist in a bit. Arm size, it's about right. Don't want to make them too stick thin, so we'll keep that off, and that one. Okay, what about the hips? Let's have a look. Body proportions. That's yeah, a little bit further. There we are. Bear in mind, I've got to run around with this character. Posterior dimensions. Put them all the way up. We can bring them all the way down. I think around about there will do. Leg size. I think this is about right. Maybe a little bit less. Just make, as long as we're not making her look like she skipped leg day, that's fine. And then foot size. I just bring those down. There we are. That looks all right for me. I like that. Yeah, cool. There we are. That's my wood elf. Okay, so we need to come up with a name for her now. So let's put some novice gear on her. It's a champion gear. See how she looks in that. Yeah, that works for me. That's cool. That will be my new wood elf. And we need a name. What can I come up with? A really suitable name. It's got to be Riel or something. It's always got to end in something like that, doesn't it? I don't know. Elmer? No, I can't even say that. Elmire? No, I can't say all that. Elmriel? Elmriel. That works. Elmriel. And then I call all of my characters Winters, because it's a name that I've used for many years over many different MMOs there. So Elmriel Winters, there we are. That's cool. I do like actually the shine on that gear as well. That's cool. Hopefully that name's available. Warden, I just make sure everything's set correctly, and I think we should be ready to go. Let's create our character. And yes, we want to play the tutorial. As I say, as it says in the title, just the warning, there will be spoilers as we go into this. So if you don't want the gameplay spoiled of the main storyline and everything else, now it's released, we're allowed to obviously show it. But you may want to look away now as we go through it all. But yeah, it's cool. Okay, so...
Can you hear me? My name is Oriandra. I'll help you get out of this place. You aren't frozen. You just think you are. You can move. You just need to remember how.
Okay, so they did say that the tutorial's a little bit shorter now they've got this in Summerset, but yeah, there we are, we can move.
Now remember your strength, your power. Take a weapon. Feel the weight in your hand.
So we've taken the weapon, and now it wants us to equip it, so it's a quick crash course. There we are, we have a sword.
Beyond the door. You need to see for yourself before I tell you more.
Okay, but I see a few urns in here, so let's go and have a quick check. Do these things drop items? Yeah, they do. Excellent. So let's grab some stuff while we're here. What's it telling us? The compass shows the current quest objectives with the arrow or the other arrow. You get lost, press down. I mean, for anyone of us who play Elder Scrolls normally, anyway, all of this is old hat, but I just wanted to see what the new tutorial is, just like I did with Vardenfell when it came out as well. Right, okay, do that. Go through the coffer there. So we're picking up a load of good things already. That's a good start. Oh, I have a belt already. That'll be just a level 1 belt. Okay. What have we got down there? Nothing, can't get to those. Coffer here. Oh. Okay, that's weird. The wall just dissolved in front of me. Let's equip some of this stuff though. I got the belt. Anything else I can equip at the stage? No, not yet. But I got a load of lockpicks. It's good. Right, so he's telling me to do that to change camera perspectives. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, it looks like you're in a bit of a dream. Or a bit of a weird state.
You've been imprisoned in this mind trap by an entity called Keturah. Its magic is powerful, but you're stronger than you know. It may appear beautiful, but it's an illusion. A trap designed to control you. Keturah won't tolerate your resistance much longer.
There is no escape. I will break you in time. Watch as I turn your own memories against you.
Defend yourself. In the mind trap, memories can kill you.
Okay, so that guy sounds like the guy on... which chain is it? It's the Mage Guild chain, where you go up against... it's probably the same voice actor, but you go up against the undead guy to go and get your staff back or something for Share Gorath. There we are, heavy attack.
A magic user. Interrupt the spell and retaliate.
Cool.
Well done.
And we've gone up a level already. Awesome. But I did notice, and some of you might have noticed then as well as I was going through, I did pick up a couple of items off the ground there, because there were daggers and gloves as well. There was a helm, and I saw a couple of other things here when I was going through here. So if you're coming through here for the first time, just want to grab some items as you come through, have a look out for those. Okay, so let's put the gloves on and the helmet. I don't like seeing the helmets though, so let's go into appearance. Hide your helm. There we go. That gets rid of that. Cool. Oh, and we get to claim our rewards. So we'll claim this. Let's pump it into stamina for now. And then, yes, we get abilities. We get to have our first ability. Which one is it for? Yeah, let's go with Animal Companions. Let's get Dive. There we go. Dive's always a handy one for spamming away at the enemies. I think one of my wardens still uses that and just spams constantly there. It's telling me how to sprint. I'm kind of already doing it, so I was well ahead of the tutorial there. And there she is. Jump off the parapet. Okay. You're considering that you've only just got here and then just met her. That's a bit trusting to say that you should be jumping off here. Are we sure that pool's deep enough? There we are. Ah, well, that looks like Arteum in the background, doesn't it? So reach the tower. Is it reach the tower and watching out for bad guys on the way? Yes, looks like that's a bad guy. Yeah. Let's take him down. Ooh, my first ring already. So we'll pop that on for now. And that will be one that I can now craft from. I can actually dismantle that later. Because once I get a better ring with this one, obviously. Because now all the rings and jewellery are now able, that you collect from this point forward, are now able to be broken down by the jewellery crafter. Anything that you collected, any jewellery or anything that you collected before now, you can't. So it puts everyone on the same pegging when they start. Oh, there's a restoration staff. We'll grab what's in the bag. Iron gauntlets. I will actually sort out what this character is wearing properly afterwards. For the moment, we'll just be happy to take whatever is lying around. And we do stuff with it. Ah, we have a bow. Look at that. Excellent. So I think I might take this down the route of the bow. That's cool. Hey, Evoladan, how you doing? Excellent. Are you still suffering with your download speeds at the moment? I know you said it was going to take quite a while at the moment when you were talking on Discord a moment ago. Hopefully it won't take too much longer for you, but it is... Oh, look at this place. It's... Look at that sky. Oh, that is awesome. I like that. Like almost like a brain or a beating heart or something like that. You can see all the impulses flying up it. That's pretty wicked. Okay, what we got to do? Examine the Pell. Okay. Should we be touching something like this just in the middle of nowhere? Yeah, well, obviously that's probably not a good idea actually now, considering it's just spawned this. Let's defeat him. So this would be one of the new monsters, I guess. Come on. I was about to start screaming, look at me then, but I'm not playing my tank in a dungeon for a second. Right, okay. Jump into there. Let's have a look. Summerset. The land called Summerset is the birthplace of civilization and magic as we know it in Tamriel. It's idyllic. Yeah, idyllic. On its idyllic sea-kissed shores live the Ultima, the High Elves. Oh, so this is where we're going to hopefully maybe get our first look at Summerset in a second then. And knowing my luck, I will turn up and it's the middle of the night.
You did well.
Right.
It gladdens my heart to see you awake and free, my friend. You're the first to respond to my help and escape from that entity's grasp.
Thanks for helping me, but who are you exactly? I was wondering that all along.
I am Oriandra, and I wear the cloak of the Sijic Order. I came to Summerset at the behest of our Right Master, when I sensed a dark and powerful mind magic emanating from this area. When I noticed your predicament, I knew I had to intercede.
If I can ever repay you for your help, let me know. What actually saying? What's the Sijic Order?
The Sijic Order is an ancient society of mages, more akin to a monastic order than to the upstart Mages Guild, for example. We once served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel, before we departed the world to pursue other interests.
What does that mean, you departed the world?
It means just that. We took our island of Arteum and sent it someplace else to better promote meditative study and contemplation. We maintain an interest in Tamriel, though, hence my appearance here during your time of need.
Tell me more about this mind trap.
I haven't isolated the source of the mind magic, except that the malevolent entity calls itself Keturah. It imprisoned you in the mind trap in order to control you, but to what purpose I'm not sure.
Who or what is a Keturah?
I have no idea. Whoever or whatever Keturah is, it wields powerful mind magic. Much more powerful than anything I've ever encountered before. The mind trap is an insidious spell that has ensorcelled a number of victims. I'm still watching over them.
Other victims?
You weren't the only newcomer to wander into this mind trap. Even a number of high elves have succumbed to the dark entity's power. With my help, though, you were the first to break free. That gives me hope that I can eventually save the others.
If all that was in my mind, how come I still have the items I found here?
You noticed that, did you? Very observant. The mind trap created replicas of items you already possessed.
Convenient.
You needed them, so they became real inside the illusion. And of course, you'd still have them in the waking world. They are real, after all.
And if I can ever repay you for your help, let me know.
To rest, but once you've shaken off any residual effects of the spell, I might require your assistance. And take this. I assume it belongs to you. It was near your unconscious body when I found you.
Awesome.
I must return to the Eldbur ruins to the north and aid the others caught in Katora's mine trap. If you find yourself in the area, you might be able to assist me. Stay safe, and remember, you have a friend in the Psijic Order.
Awesome. Right, so, okay, before you go, tell me more about it.
The Psijic Order is an ancient society of mages, more akin to a monastic order than to the upstart Mages Guild, for example. We once served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel, before we departed the world to pursue other interests.
What does that mean? You departed. I mean, we've done that bit. Yes, I think we've already gone there. So, okay, let's proceed on. I will be going through when I'm doing this, stopping and listening to things. I normally am one of these that normally goes skip, 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 skip when I go through things. But the first time through, I do like to listen and actually hear what's going on. And then usually with my second and third characters, I'll just skip through everything because I already know half of it anyway. So it's cool. Right, okay, so let's collect some rewards. Okay, so we get a fortifying meal. And we get more points to spend. Possibly need some more on stamina because I'll probably be taking this down the stamina route. And we have more skill points. I really want my Feral Garden bit. I'm not going to get that until rank 12. Actually, I want a bow. Fungal Growth. That will heal me. And a Frost Cloak. Let's get the Fungal Growth. And I'm actually going to swap to the bow. Oh, I have a necklace as well. Okay, we better pop that on. And I had the bow as well. I'm just going to run with the gear that I find as I'm going through at the moment. But what I want to have a look at, actually, funnily enough, is non-combat pets. Because I have the collector's edition. And there should be a couple here. We've got the Pocket Salamander, which is this little one down here. This little lizardy thing. With the yellow skin as well. Awesome. And the one I really want to look forward to is that one. Ah, look at him. Baby Griffin. Hey, my baby Griffin. We'll have him come running around with us as well. I think that looks quite cool there. Awesome. Right, let's find out where we're going next. So, into Summerset properly itself. Okay.
I'm getting out of here. The island's on the lake. Run.
Okay.
First, the Queen issues a decree that changes the status of Summerset from an isolated paradise into a tourist attraction. Now monsters, sea creatures. I've never seen anything like them. Well, I say let the cat fight them. Better him than me.
Monsters.
Suddenly
Cats.
the ground opened, spewing water and strange creatures. They attacked us. Luckily, one of the newcomers, a Khajiit, leaped in and drove them back. Called himself Razumdar.
Yay.
He probably use some help if you're so inclined.
Yeah, let's go and talk to Razumdar. Okay. So let's go find Raz. He's down here somewhere then, is he? Ah, there he is. Good to see Raz around. I never understood. Maybe someone can explain this to me. When I first played the game, Raz died. Alright? Without dropping too many spoilers for other people about that part of the quest line. So when you're doing the old Myriad Dominion quest line, when you get to Reaper's March, you have a choice when you meet up with Razumdar at one point whether he lives or dies in a thing. Did I miss something? Because I've never worked it out. If you choose the option that he dies, because he has shown up since then in a couple of other points, how did he survive when he was supposed to have died? Because if you actually choose to save him, he gets very grumpy with you and doesn't like you anymore because you saved him when he was trying to sacrifice his life to save the kingdom. But should, on the other hand, then you have the other option and he dies and everyone's upset, and then suddenly the next thing you know, he's turning up. So I've never quite worked out how he comes back unless it's like a minor dragon break, which, if you know Elder Scrolls lore, dragon breaks is where the timeline temporarily splits and then comes back together again in a really weird way. It's actually in Elder Scrolls lore, that as well, dragon breaks. It's because of the way they had certain games end with multiple endings. So they actually wrote all the multiple endings as being part of the lore through what's called a dragon break. Right, but yeah, okay, let's talk to Raz.
Have you ever seen such creatures? Raz has not. Probably neither have you. You are a newcomer, yes? New to this island of high elves? This one has an eye for such things. And you look capable. So can Raz interest you in some cloak and dagger work?
You've only just met me and now you're suddenly recruiting me to become a spy. How do you know I'm not a bad guy? Another spy and undercover there. Voltan's saying, I only chose to save him, but I don't know, he's Raz, he probably likes escaping. That's the only thing I can think of, is that maybe that when you do say, yeah, let him sacrifice himself, he does find a way to get out of it anyway still in the end. That's the only thing I can think of, but I've never encountered any dialogue after you've done that where he explains how he managed to get out of there. Maybe there is if you come with a character that's done that to Summerset, so I'll have to try that with one of my other characters that had actually had him sacrificed there. So, okay. Oak and Dagger Works sounds ominous.
Ominous? No, nothing of the sort. Well, maybe a little of the sort. Depends on how things develop. Raz has come to Summerset at the behest of Queen Irene to make sure her decree regarding the opening of the island proceeds as she directed.
Okay, so how can we help?
Ask some questions, determine the mood in Shimmerin, and see how the newcomers are faring. Rumors have reached the Queen, and she's concerned. So Razumdar comes to see what is happening and fight strange creatures. Now Raz is concerned as well.
I'll ask some questions around the city.
While you ask questions around the city, Raz can take care of some other business. It may or may not involve scratching and clawing. Let's meet near the entrance to Shimmerin when you have something to report.
Okay, so what about these strange creatures you're fighting?
Raz never saw such monsters in his life. They appear related to water, but this one tends to avoid this stuff. That pearl, though, Raz swears it was calling those creatures. A mystery for another time, perhaps. Now, we need to see to the newcomers.
Anyone in Pacific? Oh, yeah, I can't speak again. Look at that. Anyone in Pacific you want me to talk to in regards to the Queen's decree?
As a matter of fact, Raz made a list. Old Newell, a high elf artisan, spoke out. See what she complained about. Then there's Soxolza,
Ooh.
a persecuted Argonian.
What did you just say then, Moladan?
Finally, Ranu.
Fair enough then, Voladan. Yeah, sorry, I just seen your thing. It just timed you out for some reason. That was a bit odd. I did install Stream Elements recently. Still getting used to it. But no, you carry on. You have things to crack on with anyway for the download for Summerset. So catch you later. Obviously, I don't want to suck up all your bandwidth just by you streaming there, because you need to use it for downloading there. You want to come and enjoy this yourself, I'm sure. We will catch you in game very soon, I'd imagine. Right, okay, cracking back on this. So what did Onwill speak out about, and where can I find her?
Old Newell complained about it. No. Raz doesn't want to prejudice your investigation. You will find out when you talk to her. The artists like to gather shells along the eastern coast. She uses them to make paints and dyes.
Ranul? That doesn't sound like a high elf name.
True. Not enough syllables. Ranul's a Redguard, whose family has lived in Shimmerin for generations. He's a well-respected trader, with a few warehouses along the docks. Talk to him before the Divine Prosecution decides to arrest him.
What's the Divine Prosecution?
The Divine Prosecution serves as lawkeepers and protectors of social standards. Very persnickety. When the rules are broken, they record it in their observation logs. If your name winds up on their list, things get complicated.
What do you mean? Oh, how am I supposed to say that name? What do you mean? You can say it.
Something to do with marks and newcomer registration. Raz is looking into that. Last I heard, Soxolza was seen leaving the city and heading west. Probably trying to reach the water. Lizards like water, yes? Not Raz. Raz hates the wet stuff.
What does all this have to do with the geyser and those creatures?
Nothing at all. Unless you think they came to Summerset because of the Queen's decree. No, that would be ridiculous. Let's not lose focus. Just see what Old Newell, Soxolza, and Ranul have to say about newcomers and the mood in Shimmerin.
What do you expect me to learn by talking to these people?
We need to confirm these rumors or else put an end to them. Everyone should be pleased with the Queen's decree. Opening the border shows progress, yes? However, if any of her loyal subjects reject progress, well, Raz needs to know that too.
I will go and talk to Onwil, Ranu, and that other person whose name I can't pronounce.
While you ask questions around the city, Raz can take care of some other business. It may or may not involve scratching and clawing. Let's meet near the entrance to Shimmerin when you have something to report.
Anything I should know about Shimmerin before I head out?
Raz knows very little about city ordinances or how to tell the difference between mead and ale, so let's avoid those topics, yes? Otherwise, this one knows all about the Queen's decree and the initial reaction of the nobles and kin lady.
Well, mead and ale's easy. It's the difference between fermenting from honey and fermenting from hops, surely. Sorry, ex-pub ex-pub manager. Okay, so who are you? Who are you again?
Raz is wounded to the core. Forgotten already. This one usually leaves a better impression. I am Razumdar, Queen Irene's Eye and Dark Lantern Agent Extraordinaire. But that is a secret between you and me. To everyone else, this one is simply Raz.
So you've told me this, but you've only just met me. Okay, Raz. tell me about the Queen's decree.
Queen Irene, her most excellent leader of the Aldmeri Dominion, has issued a decree opening the once forbidden land of Summerset to traders, visitors, and immigrants of all races. Controversial, yes, but part of her plan for the Dominion's future.
And this is a problem?
For some. High elves talk of perfection, but they are a complicated people. Various individuals in Summerset take issue with their queen, with change of any sort, actually. The kin lady, for example. Some nobles. Makes my job complicated.
What about the kin lady and the other nobles?
Kin Lady Avenice has made her views on the Queen's decree quite clear. She calls it unreasonable, dangerous. A few of the city's nobles have sided with the kin lady, as has the new Oldark at the monastery. My queen permits discussion, to a point.
Yeah, quick kin ladies are normally a little bit more dangerous. You think about like the ones in Norridon, you had quick kin lady Estri, she always turned her back as well. I would always be suspicious of kin ladies in the High Elf Society. So the kin lady opposes the Queen's decree.
She has spoken against it. Now Raz needs to know how far she will go to defy the will of the Queen. Does she grumble but welcome the newcomers, or is she using every option at her disposal to block their arrival? Raz will find out, with your help.
Awesome. Okay, so I think this is quite cool actually. But it's given you 3 different objectives to go and do. I think this is great when you've got a game that's starting you off all in the same way, that it splits players up to 3 different ways, so not everyone's diving on the same objective straight off, although everyone has to still do it at some point. But let's go and have a look. Let's go and find Onwil or something. Actually, I could do with a horse, so let's set ourselves a mount. I have a brand new one. I have a brand new one, he says, because I got it with the collector's edition, the Blood Shadow Wraith steed, I think, isn't it? Is that the one that came with it? Yes, that should be the one. So let's have a look. Ooh, that's quite nice actually. I quite like that one. It's a bit like my ghost horse, but with red and armor. Cool. Let's. Does it have a shadow though? This one has a full shadow though, not like the ghost horse, the true ghost horse that I got. Oh, there we go. There she is.
Not that you'd understand the concept, but the path to Alaxon requires dedication and complete concentration. I must find the perfect shells, or my pigments will be substandard. And do you know what that will do to my art? Exactly.
What's the path to Alaxon?
An ultimate concept practiced widely here in Summerset. Alaxon is the state of perfection that every High Elf strives for. The path to Alaxon represents the approach we take to achieve that state. Now, why have you interrupted my work?
I heard you make complaints in Shimmerin, and I'd like to hear about it.
I believe in caution as much as the next High Elf, but sometimes the rules get in the way of common sense. My apprentice lived here for more than a year. Good help is so hard to find, especially among the newcomers. And she was adept at making dyes.
And what happened to your apprentice?
They took her away. Said they had to scrutinize her qualifications, test her knowledge of culture and etiquette. But I haven't seen her since. My work suffers, so of course I complained to the monks. Now I have to gather my own shells.
Ah, pity. Did the monks offer any explanation as to where she was or when she'd return?
They told me I could fill out some forms and appeal to the kin lady. But who has time for such bureaucracy? And for a wood elf?
I am a wood elf.
I've said too much. I have work to do, and all this aggravation has diverted my path to Alaxon.
I will let you get back to your work.
Perfection
Okay, cool.
requires constant vigilance.
I'm really glad she didn't ask us to then go and find some shells for her so that she can get on with doing other things. Okay, let's go up here a second. Hopefully we'll find a station at some point that I can change my armour. We can have a look at some of the armour, because I got some of the new armour has appeared on my character as well when I logged in, because I'm the collector's edition. I can't remember which one it is. Someone might be able to remind me in a second, but I will find it in a sec, and we can have a look at that and give it a try out. Okay, so we're talking to next the person whose name I can't pronounce. All these cute little wolves. Are these like actual NPCs or these people's pets that have just been left behind somewhere? Because it was sure, weren't these in the Crown Store recently? Sure they were. But anyway, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's head on down here. Oh. Let's get rid of that. Okay, there's a bag. Summerset is not the wondrous paradise the heralds proclaimed it to be. Despite the fine words in the Queen's decree, the Hay House want nothing to do with outsiders. They treated newcomers worse than a mud flea on a guar. As soon as I stepped off that boat, priests from the monastery collected me for some sort of cultural assessment to ascertain my understanding of societal rules and regulations. However, no one actually asked me any questions. Okay. They locked me in a cell somewhere in the bowels of the monastery, along with the other newcomers to the island. Something about the whole affair felt wrong to me, like warm water in the otherwise cool stream. When I heard one of the monks give thanks with a Daedric prayer, I knew I had to get out of there. Well, I would too. I used the talents I learned from associates who may or may not have belonged to the Feast Guild. Really, I know you disapprove of my friends, and slipped out of the cell and away from the monastery. In the morning, I plan to head to Alanor. Hopefully, I can secure passage back to Murkmire from there. Frankly, at this point of any destination would be preferable to here. Signed, the person with the name I cannot pronounce. Okay, fine, no problems. It's not looking good down here then, and everything else. So, obviously, the Queen's decree is not going too well down here. We've got one more person to grab. They seem to be inside the city, it looks like. So let's go and have a look inside the city. I love this architecture. It looks absolutely beautiful as far as I'm concerned. It is absolutely lovely down here. We come up into here. I mean, just look at these buildings. It's got that absolute beauty to them. On the actual playtest server, I think this is about as far as I actually ever got in doing anything is to this city, because the rest of it I then went and spent all my time in the houses that they were adding, which I would want to pick up one of those houses and start decorating it up at some point, so we will have a look at that soon. Well, not today, maybe in the next couple of days. We'll see how I feel, but I have no idea where we're going. I've taken the wrong turning, haven't I? It's just looking around the scenery, it's just too beautiful a place. So apparently this way. Yeah, check the maps. And turning right down here under the archway. Yeah, and then down these steps. Or I could have just come in through that door. Still learning my way around. Oh, was that a... Yes, it was. It was a law book. So grab the law book while we're down here. Heading this way. Past all the docks. It is actually, like, look at that. That's beautiful. They have really surpassed themselves with the designs on these buildings here. They've just really sort of captured that. It feels like it's somewhere that is a high elf land. I know there was some talk on their live streams. Yes, you're quite right. Actually, it's like a bit like Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings. it sort of captures the high elf look a bit.
In the
Hang on.
warehouse district. Unusual. But how can I help you today, my friend?
I was wondering how your name ended up in the Divine Prosecution's observation log.
The Divine? Who told you that? If a Justiciar sent you to try and trick me into confessing... No. The High Elves would never send a newcomer to perform such a task. But I admit it. I made my thoughts known.
And what were those thoughts, if you don't mind me asking?
I arranged to bring my cousin here to work with me. The ship arrived, but all the newcomers were carted away. For questioning, they said. I complained to the kin lady and anyone else who would listen. And what has it gotten me? Nothing.
You are not a high elf. Have you lived in Summerset very long?
Oh, my family has been here for generations and generations. Before the Queen's decree, outsiders might have been rare, but we were not unheard of. Our business has grown and gets better every day. That's why I sent for my cousin. We need the help.
Do you like living in Summerset? Where they grow cider and stuff? No, sorry, that's a very UK joke, that one. I'll come back to that.
Summerset is a rare and beautiful jewel in the Abetian Sea. I love it here. The High Elves treat us like children, but they have never been hostile. The Queen's decree has stirred the waters, though. I fear it will get worse before it gets better.
Okay, right. No problems. We have notification. Oh, it's just one of my trade guilds has changed its message. It's changing a lot at the moment, but there we are. Yes, sorry, going back to that joke while we go find this thing here, is that if you live in the UK, or those who know the UK fairly well, the name Summerset is actually the name of a county in the UK. It's where Bristol and Bath are cities within. And it's known as cider country. It's where cider comes from. So things like Scrumpy Jack and all that sort of alcohol is all from Summerset in the real world. Though Summerset in the real world is actually spelled Somerset. So it's a little bit spelled differently, but yeah, it's pronounced exactly the same way. Okay, we've got a guy standing here. Let's have a look, see what he wants.
Welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild?
The guild?
The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guild master and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment?
Sounds good. Let's talk about the Fighters Guild.
Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you?
You mentioned a singular purpose.
Right. Our new guild master is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights.
I will stop it there because that is just really related back to the old Fighters Guild storyline there. I will just pass it through. Let's just do it quickly because I don't... Yeah, there we are. We'll just join the Fighters Guild.
First to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the...
Yeah, it's just basically mentioning what is the main Fighters Guild storyline, which is back in the main Tamriel, which most of us would have come across already. But it is the way to introduce you to the Fighters Guild skill line, which is obviously you want to start leveling up as you go through. And I'm guessing this person is probably to do with the mages.
Of the technique. Welcome. Are you here on Mages Guild business?
Yeah, the Mages Guild.
Yes, of course. We're lawkeepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels. Why don't you speak with me for a moment? Perhaps you'd like to join.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Always good to speak with another knowledge seeker. Guildmaster Vanus will be pleased.
Okay, what can you tell me about the Mages Guild?
We're book hunters of a sort.
I will skip through this again as well because it's just want to join it there. Okay, as I say again, it's not too dissimilar to what they were doing in Vardenfell. With that one, you also speak to similar people in Vardenfell to get yourself joined up with those guilds. So there's not really much point to go much further. I have ridden past. I think we're going to see is it Raz again. Okay, let's go right out of the city. Actually, I'm surprised it's not busier at the moment, but I suppose we still are in the middle of the day at the moment. And people are still probably downloading this at the moment.
But the workers I hired...
Such anger. Raz never expected to hear such words from the Queen's loyal subjects. The sentiment isn't universal, but enough feel this way for Raz to be concerned. Did you learn anything interesting from the people I sent you to talk to?
The artist's assistant and the Red Guard's cousin have both been sequestered.
Sequestered? Just a different word for imprisoned, yes. Ronald's cousin just arrived, but O'Newell's assistant has lived on Summerset since long before the Queen ever issued her decree. What about the lizard? What did Solza have to say?
He was dead by the time I reached him. I found this letter in his pack.
Why would the Aldar gather up newcomers and non-High Elf residents alike and send them to the monastery? Does the Kin Lady condone this behavior? Raz's head itches, and not in a good way. Our course is clear, Five Claw. We must go to the monastery.
Okay, I'll help you.
Raz admires your enthusiasm, but this one needs you to enter the monastery on your own. Raz has other fish to catch. This one will help you get past the sentry, though. When you notice that the sentry is distracted, just sleep quietly inside.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Right, so let's head this way. Up through here. So I think we've got to head over to the actual monastery itself. As I say, this is just stunningly beautiful. I mean, you could easily get lost in this area around here alone. And we haven't even reached the capital city yet. This is just a little town out on the right-hand side here. There's another capital, another major city over the left. Oh, okay, I'm going to keep skipping past these. I don't want to miss these. Right, okay, I've got a double quest here.
Help? An adventurer? Oh, praise you, Mara, for hearing my prayers. Please, newcomer. I'm desperate for help. My son, Arathel, has gone missing. No one will tell me what happened to him.
Okay, tell me what happened.
Yes, I'm sorry. The last time I saw him, he was agitated, scared. I asked him what was wrong, but he left without a word. The guards arrived later. They said he turned himself in, that he was involved in a plot to kill our Sapiarch, Icantar.
Hey, you said he turned himself in. He's not in his cell?
No, he vanished. They say he escaped. Can you believe it? Why would he turn himself in only to escape a few hours later? They're hiding something, I know it. Please, Caraval, help me find my boy. He would never hurt anyone. I swear it.
Okay, I'll look for him.
You have a perfect heart, newcomer. None of my neighbors would lift a finger to help me. The guards placed Arathel in a cell beneath the Kin Lady's manor. I'm told the Justiciar of Remand is there now. A mer named Telerion. He must know something.
Would your son have any reason to kill this Sapiarch?
No, Icantar treats us like family. Arathel is Icantar's apprentice, you see. He was so proud when the attestation came through. He's been a bit withdrawn, though. I found some Aprax literature in his room. But it's just a phase, right?
Aprax, was that like the equivalent of the Goths for... Gothdom for the world of the High Elves, is it? It's just a phase. They'll grow out of it. Yeah, right.
Right. You're new to the Isle. I apologize. Apraxic mer, a people who, for whatever reason, were expelled from the greater elven community. Most Aprax labor for years to re-enter society. Others choose to remain in exile. I feel very sorry for them.
And these Aprax elves do lots of writing?
Some do, yes. Treatises on class warfare, religious hypocrisy, that sort of thing. A lot of young mer take a liking to it. I think it's healthy to push back a bit. Not too much, of course, but a bit.
So they do a lot of talking about class warfare, religious hypocrisy and everything else like that. With a lot of the people I know in the goth scene and everything else, that sounds just like a normal goth as well. They tend to write a lot of social media in regards to those things. So yeah, they're basically goth elves then. So are there any Aprax elves here in Shimmerine?
Rumor has it that a famous Aprax called the Mother of Raps lives in the city, but I've never met her. And even if I did, we're forbidden from speaking with her. Oh, that sounds awful, doesn't it? It's just the way things are here, I'm afraid.
Okay, right, goodbye. Okay, another quest there to pick up, so let's carry on a second. Where are we going? We're going in the door here, aren't we? Okay, talk to Telerion. Though I have a sneaking suspicion maybe her son is dead or something like that. That's what it sounds like. Maybe that's just me with a suspicious mind. Are we downstairs or upstairs? Oh no, we're going downstairs, so we've got to find a way down. Yeah, stairwell. Over here.
This manor is closed by order of the Divine Prosecution, so I'll keep this brief. Who are you and what do you want?
Epheriel's mother sent me to investigate his disappearance.
By Surabane's ring, will I never be rid of that hen? Look, turning away grieving mothers brings me no satisfaction, but this situation is delicate. The Divine Prosecution does not lose prisoners. Ever. Certainly not frightened children like Arethel.
Okay, so where is he then?
Not here, clearly. You really do mean to track him down, don't you? Fine. When we took Arethel into custody, he was only carrying a handful of coin, a tin flute, and some kind of crude map.
I could use this map to track him down. Where is it?
Our draftsman drew up a few copies for distribution to the bailiffs. They're stacked upstairs near the hearth. You can take one if you wish, with this condition. If you find something, you will bring it to my attention immediately.
I'll think about it. Do you have any idea what happened to him?
It seems he escaped into the vaulted Halsoriel.
And what is that?
The sewer. Gods, what a hideous word. Anyway, he had help. That gaping hole in the wall is obviously quite new. Might have been a conventional explosion or some kind of arcane rupture. We won't know until the revelators examine the scene.
And who are you exactly?
So you would ask my name without offering your own? No, don't bother. I've grown to expect these clumsy troglodytic introductions. I am Talarian, Justiciar of Ramand. I oversee all matters related to bonds and incarceration here in Shimmerine.
This must be a little embarrassing.
Spilling wine on your vest at a dinner party is embarrassing. This is... frankly, there isn't a word in the common tongue for this. It is praxiferous. Disgraceful on a scale you outsiders can't even imagine.
And Epheriel's mother thinks he's innocent of the charges. What will happen to him if I bring him back?
That's a matter for the High Justiciar and the Sapiarchs. My only concern is returning him to custody. And time is of the essence, so please, be on your way.
Okay, cool. Right. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap there. So apparently we can enter it, but... oh yes, we've got to go and get a map, haven't we? So the map is up here. I think. Find the march location. Okay. Everything is sealed in here. Stealable. Okay, so let's leave out of here. Well, I think I've swapped quests, haven't I, really? Because I was heading up here. And now it wants us to go back all the way around there. Let's go and see the monastery there. Yeah, the quest seems to have jumped over to the other one when I spoke to that other lady there. So I wonder if that's a little change in the way the game works. Oh.
Well, I don't recall any. You say I won some gold?
Don't you remember? Raz always pays his debts, and he always buys the drinks.
Gold and drinks? Well, my relief should be along soon, so why not?
Nicely done. Okay, let's squeeze on into the monastery. Look at that. How far up it goes. That's cool. Very well designed. Come in here. Where are we going? Oh, over to here.
Someone tell you could be here? I think not.
No, I told myself I could be here. Right, what have we got here? Kin Lady's letter. So I am so glad you suggested transferring to our beloved monastery. I was happy to use my influence to make that happen, especially after that insightful discussion we had concerning Queen Irene's radical and frankly dangerous decree. I look forward to working with you to make sure Shimmerine, and indeed all of Summerset, remains safe and secure. Your plan to sequester newcomers in order to test their suitability for residency in Shimmerine is a stroke of genius. Determining who has the ability and temperament to become productive members of our society and who does not will allow us to spot troublemakers and lackadaisical transients before any damage is done. It isn't a perfect solution, but it will suffice until we can urge the unforeseen queen to rescind this order and send all of the Nabara, the unwelcome, back to where they came from. Send me a list of the candidates you deem acceptable for life in Summerset. I am sure Proxy Queen Alwyn, stop giving me names I can't pronounce. We'll appreciate having documentation concerning who we are permitted to stay, and who we have sent away. I keep saying the Summerset is sacrosanct. Let Oridon deal with the other races. After all, our beloved queen spends all of her time there anyway, carousing with cats and wood elves. I'm sure she would love more company. Kin Lady Vinice, or Vinice. Yeah, I can't pronounce that one either. Okay, so you love the guard armor. Yeah, the guard armor looks beautiful. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Dominion armors. I've got the Dominion, Almeri Dominion motif, and it looks actually really lovely. Let's have a look.
No, not now, please. Your spiritual well-being can wait until after my nap.
Where can I find the people that have been sequestered?
You'll have to ask one of the monks that the new Aldork brought with him. They deal with all the newcomer testing and evaluations. I'm just a simple monk trying to catch up on my sleep. That was a hint, by the way.
Yeah, tough. Tell me about the Aldork and the new monks.
Aldork Tilkala arrived right after the Queen issued her decree. He came highly recommended by Kin Lady Alvenice, or so I heard.
Oh, Alvenice, okay.
It's not unusual for monks to form attachments and move together. But there's something strange about that bunch.
Strange? What do you mean?
The Aldork and his monks keep to themselves. They've taken the Undercroft for their own purposes and ordered the rest of us to avoid the ancient vaults beneath the monastery. Now, please, let me get back to my nap.
No, you must have some idea where they're sequestering the newcomers.
Again with the questions about the newcomers. Why do you care about the complexities of Altma bureaucracy? Still, if I had to make a guess, I'd say they were taking into the Undercroft for registration and processing. Now go away.
Anything else I should know about this monastery?
The monastery should be a place of peace and meditation. The Aldork has closed us down until further notice. That means if any of the monks spot you, they'll raise the alarm. Me? I never saw you. Now, if you don't mind, my nap awaits.
Okay, cool. So we have a monk who really doesn't care, just wants to go to sleep. Let's have a look at the final bit around here. As another letter. List of sequestered guests. Wood elves, 4 males, 3 females, all claim to be Dominion citizens. One says she lived in Summerset for more than a year, moved to preparation cells. Oh, that would be possibly, yeah, the one that was missing from the other person then, I guess. Khajiit, 7 males, 9 females, all claim to be Dominion citizens. Send half to the preparation cells and the other half to holding cells. Argonians, 4, gender inconclusive. Oh, that's nice. Who can tell with muck swimmers? Move to preparation cells for immediate siphoning. Bretons, 1 male, 2 females, claim to be traders from Wayrest. Or did they say Daggerfall? Does it even matter? Why am I writing all this down? What does this new Aldork plan to do with this information? Place in holding cells. Red Guards, 2 males, 4 females, all arrived on a ship from Hammerfell. One says she was sent for by Ranul the trader. Send half of the holding and the other half to preparation. Nords, 1 male, claims to be part of something called the Nord Cultural Exchange Centre Holding. Okay, we know who that's going to be then. Right, yes, okay, so they brought him into it as well. If you've played some of the other storylines, he turns up in places like Mournhold and stuff for the main storylines. I try and remember the name of the NPC now, but that Nord that's sent for cultural appropriation. So what we're doing, we're still investigating the monastery, so I'm guessing we are just having a look around until we find something of interest. So we're looking for it upstairs or downstairs? That's a good question. Yeah, it's nice just to have a run around anyway. Have a look, see what's around. Plenty of stuff around. Plenty of coffers to search as well. Oh, actually, these are searchable. They're not stealable. So let's go and since the monks are being so generous and don't worry about their stuff being stolen, let's... Oh, yeah, that's empty. Let's go and grab them. Let's empty the place. I mean, you would think he would be like, oh, hang on a minute, you shouldn't be taking all that stuff. But, cool, excellent. Got everything out of that room. Let's have a look around the corner. Should check the rest of the monastery then in that case, see what else is around. Oh yeah, and books. Because some of these will, hopefully, increase some of their skill lines. Yep, there we are. I don't see the point in stopping and reading all the books. Medium armor, line gain. Really should sort out what armor I want to give this one. Probably medium armor, actually, which is the line that I haven't actually picked up as yet. Okay, we have an abyssal pearl. Let's examine it.
Unusual knick-knack for an Aldork's office, wouldn't you agree?
Okay, who are you then?
I noticed you skulking around while I was engaged in some skulking of my own. I suppose we both came to the monastery with a similar purpose in mind.
And what purpose would that be?
The sequestered newcomers. I came to find out what happened to a friend. I assume that's what brought you here as well? A house of worship shouldn't be used as an internment camp, and it shouldn't be locked to the public either.
I saw a pell like that. There were strange creatures nearby.
Interesting. I've never seen anything quite like it. I find it intriguing and a bit disturbing. But we aren't here to discuss curios. Strange creatures notwithstanding. We need to find out what's happening with the missing newcomers.
Isn't this the lady? I mean, this is a brand new character, so you wouldn't recognise. But isn't this the lady that's in the precursor quest? The little, not the precursor quest, that's the name of a character, but the quest that leads up to this, like the introductory quest that they released about a month or two ago in regards to it. I won't say who she is if you haven't done it, but yeah, I think that's who that is. That's what she reminds me of, anyway. So, how did you happen to get past the sentry, by the way?
The sentry doesn't appear to have stopped you. So I could ask you the same question. Let's just agree that we both have our methods. Curious, but I feel that there's more going on in Shimmerine than the usual politics and community relations.
Okay, what else could be going on here then? Oh, I clicked past that way too quickly then. I missed that.
I wonder where the Aldork acquired it.
Oh, sorry.
Probably not important. I'll meet you in the Undercroft, and we can see what's going on with the newcomers.
Okay, alright, so this just a quick search. Oh, that's stealable though, that's odd. There's these things on the top here, I wonder if we could get to them. Might have to do a bit of jumping if we want to try and get to that. I'm not going to. Well, the coffer's empty. Let's have a look. Anything down here? Oh, there's a coffer here. Jewelry box. Oh, yeah, that was open. Cool, more material, always worth it. Okay, so we'll go over to here. I can see in actually guild chat just to answer to Ferocious Kitten because she's just asking how she gets there. I think we should just need to teleport to the Way Shrine in Summerset. Or use the collections, as Jill says. The U button. Sorry, just Kitten in the other room there, just wondering how she actually gets to Summerset with one of her existing characters. So she'll be over here shortly at some point, I'm sure, coming through and checking it all out herself. Right, okay, let's go this way. Let's have a look around. So we wanted to go downstairs, weren't we? But I just wanted to continue searching upstairs, have a quick look and see if there's anything else I can rob. I mean, borrow. I mean, that they are willing to give away, should we say? There we are. Yeah, look at that star metal. So if you're doing this yourselves, you now know that you can come in here and basically rob the place and not get done for it. There we are. Cool. Excellent. Oh, we'll go back downstairs on this side. Cool. So we've got to go down here. And even the doors, I mean, seriously, the attention to detail they have put into this is unbelievable. Okay, here we are.
Something's wrong down here. I sense magic. Vile magic.
Okay.
Cages. These people did nothing to deserve such treatment. There's someone alive over there. See if you can help her.
Thank the Divines. You aren't one of the monks. Please, let me out of here.
So why they lock you in a cage?
It's a nightmare. We came to Summerset to seek new opportunities. We barely stepped off the ship when they marched us to the monastery. Instead of questioning us or the usual high elf bureaucracy, they locked us in these cages.
There are only a few of you here. Where are the rest of the newcomers?
The monks gathered them a few moments ago and took them through the door on the far side of the chamber. Please, let me out of here before they take me away like the others.
I'll unlock the cage and see what's going on in the next chamber. Okay, so unlock the cage.
Thank you for setting me free.
Okay, so we have a couple of dead elves. Oh no, dead Nords and stuff. Okay, oh, dead humans. I just want to check I got any more armor that's actually decent? I want medium, so light, heavy, right. But these are probably better. Some of these are better anyway. Yeah, that's better. Oh no, yeah. It's medium hands. What about these? Oh, I've got medium feet already. That's okay. That's all set up and equipped. A few more things in there. Oh, I never opened my box, did I? Okay, let's open that. What's better? Oh, because I've opened it at level 3, that's better actually. And then that's heavy armor. Okay, so let's just quickly squeeze through, see what else is there. Okay, cool. Let's change the bow over, so we've got a slightly better bow. Excellent. Talk to her again.
A Daedra. Here? And that's a Scoffin, if I remember my Daedric recitations correctly. Very curious.
Ooh. Scoffin. We've only recently been introduced to those in the recent DLCs. What's a dead Scoffin doing in a monastery devoted to the Eight?
An excellent question, and one I hope to find the answer to. From the evidence before us, it appears this Nord killed the Scoffin before he succumbed to his own wounds. Good for him. I found this key on the creature's belt, so we can open that door.
That's where the prisoner said the monk took the rest of the newcomers.
Then I suggest we pick up the pace. We need to determine what's actually happening down here, and who's behind all this. Without answers to those questions, we won't be able to decide on our best course of action.
What about your missing friend?
I'll explain everything later. For now, we need to hurry.
It's not that Nord, is it, that was doing the cultural exchanges in the other lands, was it? They haven't just killed him off in a nondescript way. They should have had a bit more of a death scene, but oh well. Okay, let's carry on. Defend Valsyrian down below. Okay, so we gotta go down there. Gonna help him out here. Let's try and get some use out of the bow as well. There we are. Dead. Well, they're like hungers, aren't they? But like a little bit different to the normal hungers. Nope, that abysmal pelt is gone. So we've got to go and talk to someone out in the next room. Okay, drop that there. Let's have a check around. Okay, nothing there. Okay. I just held him off because you're asking me to go into the next room. Okay, let's go.
Those poor people. This wasn't just about newcomers and opposing the Queen's decree. That was Daedric magic back there. I just wish we had arrived a few moments earlier.
What happened to the pearl? Did you destroy it?
I promised to explain what I know. I suppose that now's as good a time as any. I'm a member of the Sijic Order. Our Right Master sent me to investigate a warning we received about a plot involving Summerset. My inquiries led me here.
I met Oriandra of the Sijic Order.
Oriandra is indeed a member of our ancient monastic society. We once served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel, but that was before we removed our island home from the world. Now this threat has drawn us back. But why are you involved in all this?
I'm working with Raz, one of the Queen's eyes. But what happened to the pearl?
The Eye of the Queen? Interesting. I diffused the Daedric magic and transported the pearl to Artaeum, the Sijic island, for safekeeping and study, so we can learn more about it. But we can discuss this further once we get out of here.
Alright, let's go. Okay, so we've got to try and get out of here in a second. Let's have a check of these urns. I think that one of the things I loved about Vardenfell was that one of the very first tombs you walk into, there is just millions of urns as soon as you go in there. Loads of things to search. Whereas normally in the main Tamriel, it takes forever to find any urns to search. You know, you don't get that many at all. Here, it's a bit more like, yeah, it's loads. Alright. Oh, I heard a voice there. Where did we hear a voice to? I've got no idea where we are on the map here. So let's go and... Well, this room is a dead-end room, so let's go and check it out. That sounds like a good plan. Ah, it's a Scaffin. Scaffin Reg. Actually, I probably could do with looking at my skills and just double-checking. I've got one more skill line left here, so... I could probably upgrade something along the lines here. Maybe the bow or something. I'm not sure I want snipe. Armor, dexterity, world, guild, right. Okay, class. Let's get Scorch. Let's put that over there. We'll have Scorch as well. There we go. Cool. Search the desks. You literally just search everything. Over here. Iron gauntlets. Oh. I'll try and see how these work. Yeah, they've done their trick. Grab those out of the way, and yay! And all dead. Anyone remember the bug that they've recently only just fixed, actually, with the scaffing, where the scaffing in DLC into the Clockwork City, and I think they also did it actually in when you encountered the odd few of them in Vardenfell as well, that they wouldn't be lootable immediately. You'd have to give them about 5 to 10 seconds before they would actually show up that they got loot and that you could actually loot them. But they've just recently fixed that, so thankfully for that. Otherwise you end up running away and leaving loads of loot and not realising you've done it. Okay, let's just hit that one. Okay. And down at the shrines over here. What have we got? We're nearly out. We're not far away. Oh, nearly ran past you there. Or run past you, your experience. I mean, we're just having to wipe the Daedric out of here. That's exactly what we're doing. So, pop that in and fire. There we go. Cool. Excellent. And we seem to have gained a few other players here. As I said, I'm really surprised I haven't seen more. I mean, I've seen coming up on the zone chat and everything else that I got here, people saying that, oh, the place is full and full of people and everything else, but it doesn't seem actually that busy at all. Ooh, what did I just gain there? Sketch. What is a sketch? Ah, it's a jewelry crafting furnishing design. That's like the first one I've had pick up. Look at that. Figurine, the taming of the griffin. That sounds pretty awesome, actually. Obviously, I'm going to have to build up my jewelry crafting skills for that, but that's pretty cool. What a lucky drop to have straight off there. That's nice. Okay, so yes, definitely search these, because things like that drop from time to time, and recipes and stuff like that, so definitely search your urns. I'm very happy about that drop. That was a really nice drop. Did you come over here, check the urns. Did you come over here? And there. Okay, grab that one. That one, and that one. Let's see if we can find any more of those like that. I was really happy with that. I'll pop that onto my crafter and my bank in a bit. Okay, cool. Come through here. Really need to find an actual trader, not trader, one of those clothing outfit. That's it, outfit stations. Sorry, I'll find the actual word in a minute, just so I can change the way this one looks as well. I'm not 100% happy yet. I haven't actually properly designed her up yet. I kind of actually went through with her hair as well without actually really changing it properly either. I was meant to put different hair on there, but never mind. It's cool. We can change the hair, just not the colour. But I'm happy just to run with it as it is. So it's cool. There we are, dead. Okay, cool. And now you guys. Oh, I got a few of it. Oh, hang on. I'm running out of health. And I got no mana left. No, stop hitting me. Thank you. Okay, mushrooms. That'll die around and give me a little bit more health. There we are. Cool. Excellent. Should pay attention rather than just always constantly rabbiting on and not actually noticing that I'm being attacked from about 4 or 5 different sides. Okay, we should be clear in here. Let's go this way. And we'll pick up some food from there. And okay, that's cool. Back out into Summerset. Crafting furniture requires rare materials used specifically for creating furniture. Yep. So, we have discovered so far scaffing her around and involved in it somewhere. This whole plot to get rid of these people.
For a few centuries doesn't prepare you for physical activity.
Okay,
Let the Eye of the Queen know what we discovered, and I'll catch up with you later.
Okay, so we have to go back and find Raz. Okay. Meanwhile, it dumps us out into something that's basically a bit of a maze. That was nice of it. Okay, so where is he going to be? Still search there. Oh, apparently I've got to search the maze for something as well. So what have I got to search the maze for? So, actually, I had to be in here for another quest. It's behind that wall. Let's have a look. Go this way, and around here. Like, seriously, how do you get around to there? You'd almost swear this was a maze. Ah, I think I found her. Or found it. Note to Apherial. I know what you're planning. Trust me, kid. You're playing this all wrong. We need to talk. Make your way to the Anchors Away Inn and order a Deathland Ale from the Khajiiti bartender. She's one of ours, so you can trust her. Move quickly, all right? I can't help you if you're dead. E. Okay. That trunk's empty. Okay, so nothing to steal there. Okay, cool. Right, let's go around this way. Through here. See, hopefully, am I on the way out? Yeah, there we are. That's the exit. Cool. So we got to go to the pub, which sounds good to me. Is there no crafting stations in this area? There is literally no crafting stations in this area. Okay, fine. Let's go down here. And the pub is somewhere over here. Yeah, look at that. We've got 2 pubs we've got to go to. Well, what's the other one then? What's the other place it's saying to go? Oh, there's somewhere on the other side of town? Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's go into this pub. Anchors Away Inn. A bit of a play on words there. Let's go and have a talk with people. Can we just search these? No, they're stealable. Okay, right, cool. Let's have a word with the bartender.
This one wishes she never came to this land of pretension and overbearing ordinances. Who knew there could be so many rules? Makes me want to drink my stock dry, but then what would Rihara sell?
I'm here for a Deathlands Ale.
Ah, for that one you must go upstairs. The hooded man will have what you seek. Good luck, Walker.
Okay, that doesn't sound any more ominous than anything else I've experienced so far in Summerset. In fact, everyone wants me to go upstairs, so let's go up here. I love the fact that you now have spiral staircases in these places as well. Ah, there's Raz. Let's go and quickly chat to Raz before we go and talk to the other person.
Ah, this one's new partner returns. What interesting scandal did you uncover in the monastery? Tell Raz every juicy detail.
The people that were sequestered were killed to power a Daedric ritual. I found this letter.
That isn't the kind of scandal Raz was hoping for. Murder, Daedric rituals, and traitorous behavior have a way of ruining an otherwise perfect day. We need to learn the extent of the Kin Lady's involvement. And by we, Raz means you.
Of course. You want me to go and accuse the Kin Lady of conspiring with a Daedric cult. I'm sure we've had this plot line last time back in Orida.
Accuse? Not exactly. Raz wants you to talk to her. See what she knows about the Oldar. The Kin Lady is meeting with local leaders. Attend that meeting and learn the truth. This invitation and set of elegant clothes will get you through the door.
I also met a mage from the Sijic Order in the monastery.
A Sijic? Raz has heard rumors, but there are always rumors about the Sijics. For an island of sages who disappeared more than 300 years ago, they certainly seem to get around. Did this Sijic mage say what the Order was investigating?
There's something about a warning, and she seemed pretty interested in the life-sucking pearl.
There was a life-sucking pearl? You should probably have led with that bit of information. Well, we can worry about the Sijic mage and figure out where these pearls came from later. For now, go see what the Kin Lady has to say.
Shouldn't you speak to the Kin Lady? You do work for the Queen after all.
Kin Lady Avenice and Raz do not get along. You see, there was a horse, a platter of pudding tarts, and... No. This one won't bore you with the sordid details. Besides, everyone behaves well when they see Raz. You will learn more than I will.
Okay, right. So, that's that one. And then if we come over here, we had someone else to talk to. Yes, not suspicious at all.
I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm working. So, jog on.
No, I found a dead drop containing this note. It instructed me to meet someone here.
It didn't instruct you to do anything. That note was meant for someone else. Of course, you already know that. So, should I reach for my knife, or are we going to make nice?
I am looking for a high-elf called Arafel. His mother asked me to help find him.
Huh. So, Talarian and his lackeys haven't found him either, huh? Color me surprised. I tried to help the kid, but if he didn't even find my note, he's in worse trouble than I thought. You carry yourself well. Maybe Mother can use you.
Mother?
Yeah, the Mother of Rats is our matriarch. She shelters us outcasts and misfits. Loves us, even. In her way. If you aim to help Arethel, she'll want to meet you first. There's an entrance to the sewers down by the docks. Just follow the rats.
Who are you, anyway?
Name's Edgar Jend. Professional misfit, ne'er-do-well, and sometimes hatchet man. Mother sends me out to collect lost things. And people. I've got to tell you, this whole Arethel thing, it's giving me indigestion. I have a delicate constitution.
Why are you even looking for Arethel?
That's a question for Mother. Speaking of which, you should be on your way.
Okay, let's make a move on. Right, so head on down to here and out the front door at the pub. Actually, it wasn't. We'll find out now. If we go outside, I think there's two things we need to do, and we've got to decide which way we want to go first. So we could either go that way and into the Shimmerian Underground, and we just come from there, or somewhere around there, or we can go over there and attend the Kin Ladies meeting. Let's go and find the Underground, because cool, go find the sewers. I'm guessing it's something like the refuges or something like that. Okay, let's go this way. But that tutorial that we went through earlier, that was really short as an introduction. Okay, so we are... Oh. Is it underneath us then, is it? I'm guessing. Yes, it's below, so I'm guessing it's down on the dock level somewhere. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, maybe this way. Oh, there's some steps there. Right, okay, so that might be where we want to head to. If we go down here... And on the front, yeah, this is pretty more like it. So down around here. See it? That's quite nice. I like the way that works with the plaza above it there. Okay, and then there's a little entrance here. Here we go. The waterworks. Built piecemeal over 2 millennia, this subterranean labyrinth of freshwater aqueducts, reservoir cisterns, waste pools, and drainage culverts have secret nooks and crannies unknown even to Shimmerian sanitation engineers. Okay. Okay, so we've got to follow the rats. What rats? Well, that's a mud crab. That's not a rat. Okay. So we go over. Oh, there's the rat. Okay, let's follow him then. As he runs along. Dum-dum-dum. Oh, hang on. Better take care of you then, salamander. Yeah, he's good. He's not too tough. And I've now lost the rat. Where's the rat gone? Where did the rat go? That was not a good start. I've lost the rat. Yeah, he could have waited. No, he just bombed it along anyway. Okay, so let's try this way. I'm sure we can find where we need to go to in soon enough time. Over here. Ah, there's the rat. Finally. And then you want to go this way. Okay, right. And over here, and over here. Past more mud crabs, over there. Over the wooden piles. Well, couldn't you just concentrate? He wants to lead you on a merry chase all the way around everywhere. Ah, but there we are. We have found the mother's den. Cool. Yeah, fair enough. That's cool. And there's the mother of rats.
Well, well, you made it. You'll forgive me if I don't stand to greet you. I have a thing about social niceties. My spies told me you were coming, but neglected to say why. You're a recent arrival to the Isle, yes? I'm intrigued. What brings you?
I'm looking for a young high elf called Arethel. Do you know anything about that?
Ah, Arethel, the reluctant idealist. Yes, I know a bit. He's a friend of ours. I heard he was in a spot of trouble, so I sent a few of my children to collect him. Unfortunately, he bumbled his way into a prison cell. That was ill-advised.
He wasn't in the cell for long. Did you take him?
We had nothing to do with it. That boy has run afoul of some very dangerous people, and they're not about to let him go. Arethel's a valuable commodity down here. He's young, impressionable, and most importantly, he has access to the Sapiarch.
Arafal insisted that he was involved in a plot to kill the Sapiarch when he turned himself in.
Well, he wasn't lying. A rival of mine, Miralon, swept Arathel away from us, lured him in with promises of adventure, convinced him that killing the Sapiarch would start a revolution. Of course, the boy got cold feet. Now they have him.
So do you know where they took him?
No, but I know someone who does. I sent one of my children to keep an eye on Miralon's operation, a Khajiit named Zonhai. He'll know where the boy's kept. Explore the tunnels west of here. You'll find Zonhai, or more likely, he'll find you.
And who are you exactly?
I'm the mother of rats. You know that already. Are you looking for an autobiography or something?
That could be good.
Speak plainly.
I just want to know a little more about the person I'm working with.
That's fair, I guess. I'm what the Clods and the Kinhouses call an Apraxic, an elf criminal. There are other high elf misfits called ousters, but the fortunes of an Apraxic are a little more severe.
Well, maybe she doesn't look that much like a goth then. Fair enough. What did you do?
I forged a document.
That's all?
Well, the ensuing dispute sent 43 Mer to the funeral pyre. It was a patent of lineage, you see. Kinlords take that sort of thing very seriously. Insufferable. Anyway, they shattered my Callion, my Praxic talisman, and sent me packing.
Why did you do it?
For the most foolish reason of all. Love. Hilarious, right? Anyway, everyone here knows my past, but they accept me as I am. They even look to me for leadership, as if they need it. Hierarchy's a bad joke, Karam. Remember that.
How well do you know our Pharaoh?
Well enough. He's young, which is to say he's bullheaded and self-righteous. Good for a laugh, if nothing else. He came looking for relief from the strictness, you know? All the rules and expectations. They can drive an elf mad.
Do you think he'd be capable of killing a Sapiarch?
50 years of exile has taught me many, many things. But the most important lesson is this. Anyone is capable of anything. A snot-nosed kin would murder his most beloved dog with a shovel if you gave him a good enough reason.
Do you think Miralon gave him a good enough reason?
Clearly he didn't, and I thank the fates for that. Arathel wouldn't make it a week as an Aprax. Too much of a people person. It's lucky for us too. If someone killed the Sapiarch, we'd be blamed. Guaranteed. Just another fringe benefit of exile.
What can you tell me about Miralon and his group?
Miralon's a recent arrival. He's not an Aprax or an ouster, but he tries to act the part. I've twisted more arms than I can count, trying to find out where he's from. So far, I have very little to show for it. That's why Zonhai's where he is.
Do you know why he'd want the Sapiarch dead?
Because killing the Sapiarchs will provoke that elusive revolution we're all supposed to be pining for. The Sapiarchs, the Divine Prosecution, the Ascendants. They're masters of a deranged system of oppression. Who wouldn't want a bit of payback?
Do you believe in all that?
Of course not. Revolutions are just fairy tales for idiot children. Killing a Sapiarch will do nothing but bring the Divine Prosecution down on our heads. The more I learn about Miralon, the more I think that might be exactly what he wants.
Okay, goodbye. Right. So, in that case, yes. So we have a load of rebellious high elves sitting there and squabbling over this guy because he has access to the Sapiarch. One of them wants to kill him and the other one doesn't. Right. So, let's head back out here. We'll apparently go this way. I just realised I haven't done my champion points either, but I can sort that out another time. It's not really important here at the moment. Oh. We have a bunch of ruffians who have decided to run the other way around the pillar. A bit of a pathing issue there. Shouldn't really exploit it then in that case. But yeah, that's a bit of one that maybe Zenimax want to look at. But they seem to like running around that rather than going straight down the steps. So you're going to search for some food. Okay, Zucker House. Someone just hit me? Or was that just my imagination? Hey, level 4. Look at that. Just kill this one up here. Cool. Sorry, just giving myself temporary lost. Cool. And actually, let's have my rewards a second. We want medium, please. Excellent. And we'll put a bit more into stamina. I'm probably putting everything this into stamina, and everything's on magicka. Yes, look at that. Aren't I clever? I've pumped up my stamina without pumping anything into that. Thinking that I'm going to be working that way, but never mind. We can do volley now, though. That's cool, which is stamina based. That's awesome. I haven't got any more points to spend as yet, but let's have a look. We've got 43 out of 60 done. Let's put some rawhide guards in there. Really need to top up this character's bag space before we hit the level, which is level 10, I think, where your bag space gets upgraded automatically. Right, let's deal with this guy. He's dead, and that's dead as well. Right, cool. Let's carry on here. Anything over there? No. Okay.
He is mad as a sugar-sick frog. Please, Edami, you must go, if only for a few days.
Will you at least come with me?
I want to, my love, but I still have much to do. Who's this now? Zani does not wish to fight you, Walker, but he will if he must. You will speak your business, yes?
Wait, I'm a friend of the Mother Rasp. That's a bit strong, and considering you've just met her. Acquaintance, really. But I'm trying to find a high elf named Arafel.
If you were a friend to these Black Wake thugs, you would already know. This one will tell you what he found, but you must act quickly. Miralon plucked Arathel from his cell and brought him here. He means to bend the boy's mind, I think.
Where can I find Miralon?
He claimed the caverns ahead. But the way is guarded by more Blackwake warriors, and worse. This elf is more than he seems, Walker. He is a spellweaver who consorts with Daedra. If you aim to rescue Arathel, you will have to deal with Miralon.
What did you mean when you said that Miralon aims to bend Arafel's mind?
Miralon wields magics that Zanhi has never seen before. Spells that twist good elves' brains and make them dance to the caster's rhythm. Arathel refused to kill the Sapiarch, but this one thinks, given enough time, Miralon will make him do it.
What were you and your friend talking about before I arrived?
Hedani was taken in by the Blackwake's lies. The Mother of Rats sent me to spy on Miralon, but in truth, I came here to rescue my love. She was confused. But Zani will get her to safety.
Get her to safety? What do you think is about to happen, other than me running through and killing all the Blackwakes?
If Miralon bends the boy, Arathel, and makes him kill the Sapiarch, the elf guards will storm this place by the hundreds. Soldiers of the Divine Prosecution do not show Khajiit mercy. Staying here would be a death sentence, you see.
Okay, cool, great. So where are we now? In here, running around here. So we need to go this way, maybe? Yeah, that'll do. Take him out. There you go. Cool. Excellent. So around the edge here. No, that wasn't actually a proper path. But so where we got to go? Oh, we got to be up there. Right. Okay. And there's a ramp over here. So I'm guessing it's this way we need to go. Anyone to fire at? No. Okay. So over here. Aha! There we are. Take this one out on the bridge. I'm not sure it's a good idea firing lots of arrows on a rope bridge. You know, you probably end up cutting the ropes or something and causing yourself to die instead. And I've already run out of stamina. That's why I'm pumping stuff into stamina. Okay, you die. Right, okay, gone. And where are we now? So we're up here. Still not quite sure where we're going, but towards the back of this cavern it seems to be the route through. Let's have a look. Down this way. Yeah, we're cool. Okay, and over here. Nearly out. A couple more over here. Let's see if we can catch them both in the volley. And send in our little stompy bugs to take them out. Still want my Animal companion pet. How far are we off it? Class animal companion 6. So I'm about halfway there. Cool. Or half the levels anyway. So it's obviously on a curve, but yes. And then we walk into a room where there is loads of them. Yay! Not as many as I thought. Actually, I thought there was more than what I saw there to begin with. That's alright. Let's take this one out. That's cool. Right, and then over here, let's just take this one out as well. Voidbringers, apparently. Okay. Well, I didn't need to kill this one, but hey, let's do it anyway. I did say, yes, it's going to get dangerous around here because I was going to go in and kill all the Black Wakes, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. There we are. Cool. I hear people screaming. Okay, find Meridian. There's Meridian. Okay. Hey, Meridian.
So the Rat Queen sends her vermin to destroy me.
Yep, that's right. Okay, so it's probably one of the tough ones. Oh, hang on, what's happened there? Oh, he's created a shadow. Ah, hang on a minute. That's that trick that you had from whatchamacallit, Clockwork City with shadows creating replicas of themselves. That's separating their shadows. That can't be a good thing, surely. Okay, I'm running out of health. Oh, no, I just killed his shadow again. Not him. I am very close to dying, and now I'm attacking his shadow again. Let's bring some energy up, back up. Yeah, there we are. Cool. Excellent. Yes, my character isn't heavily set up for this yet. Come on, die, die, die. Before I die. Oh, very close. Very, very close. Look at that. I'm going to really need to spend some time once I get this character up a couple of levels to get her sorted so that she's actually got some abilities there that are actually semi-decent and she's not going to just die in 2 seconds flat. This is where we could really do with the bear as well to take some flack off us. But I think when I hit level 10, what I'll have to do is go away and craft her some decent armor. We'll make her actually quite a nice character then in the end. So let's have a look. For the Earl's consideration, our plans for Shimmerine continue apace. Some improvisation was required, but the plot remains on schedule. The youth I mentioned in my last report predictably abandoned the task we set before him. I made it very clear that the Sapiarch must die by his hand. He refused. In light of this defiance, I have resolved to make him do it through mind sculpting. It should not take long before he is my thrall. I regret that his recovery required a small explosion in the city proper. This has no doubt attracted the attention of the Divine Prosecution, but I assure you they will not have a chance to interfere. Very soon the Sapiarch will be slain, and the city will fall into turmoil. I will contact you again when the task is completed. In Oblivion's name, Miralon. Okay, yeah, not a Daedric-style plot at all. Okay, so let's dive through here into the aqueducts. Okay, and where are we now? Over there. So right, so let's head forward. And hopefully, I don't think we're going to encounter any more of those black veils in here at the moment. We're probably just going to be diving out the entrance. I think it's over there somewhere. Yes. Again, even the sewers. I mean, look at this. This is just like, though it somewhat also has a little bit. It's like a nicer version, if you could call a sewer nicer, a nicer version of the sewers in Riften in Skyrim when you play the Skyrim game, and the way the sewers are there, where you're having to run around the back areas of the sewers with all the multiple levels inside the sewers. But yeah, very cool. Okay, let's jump down. I was going to say, that looked actually shallower than it actually was. I thought it was quite shallow. Let's see if we can get out of here. Right. Over to here, up here. Ah, there's someone to talk to. There's Arafel. We've been looking for you all over the place.
Don't hurt me! Oh, wait, you're not one of them, are you? Sorry, as soon as I saw an opening, I took off running. I didn't even see that drop. Honestly, I'm lucky to be alive. For the moment, at least. My mother is going to kill me.
Your mother's the one who sent me. I need to get you back to the mother's den.
Oh, that's 2 mothers that will want my head. All right, I'll follow, at a distance.
I've had enough excitement for one lifetime.
Stay close and you will be fine. Right, okay. Let's so we've got to take him back to the den. Okay, so down here maybe over the planks. And there's a salamander. Oh, a couple of salamanders ahead. So let's try and take these out without so much of the dying that I just had on the boss a minute ago. Well, I didn't die, but got very, very close. And this one as well. Okay, dead. Okay, cool. Still heading in the right direction. Yeah, we need to turn left up here. Clean Pebble Harvester, new achievement unlocked. Awesome. More of these Blackwake brigades. So let's take these out. Dum dum. There we are. Dead. Any more? Yeah, some just behind here. Let's take you out as well. Come on, where's my stompy little bugs? Yeah, there they are. Okay, cool. Excellent. So that one down. And let's do this one here. Cool. You're down as well. Excellent. We head over to here. And the entrance into the Mother's Den. Through we go. And the Mother Rats. Oh. What was that all about? Oh, your other mother's there. Okay, fair enough. Yes, okay. You're just going to stand there. Is anyone going to talk to us? Oh, no. What's he doing down there?
Quiet. Have a word with our mutual friend, Talarian. If you want the truth, that is.
Okay, mutual friend. Interesting.
So, it's you. When you didn't return, I assumed you had abandoned your search. What are you doing here?
Arathel's innocent. An evil sorcerer tried to use him to kill the Sapiarch, but the boy refused.
The oft-used "a wizard made me do its defense." It's an excuse I've heard before. Many, many times. Do you have proof, or is this all fanciful conjecture?
I have proof. I found this amongst the captor's belongings.
It seems this Miralon played a role in a much wider conspiracy. Troubling. I will take this to my superiors. As for the boy, he can go free. For now. A word of advice. Avoid these urchins and apraxics. They are nothing but trouble.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Let's go talk to the mother.
So, you found our lost sheep. Well done. As you can see, I sent for Arathel's mother. She won't speak to me, of course, but she seems appreciative enough. Perhaps this will be a teachable moment for the both of them. One can hope, I suppose.
What will happen to Arathel?
Difficult to say. The fact that he's been fraternizing with Apraxix won't reflect well on him. But at least you proved he's not a murderer. That's something, right? You've done far more than rescue a stray high elf, Karam. Take this, and my thanks.
Yeah, awesome. New dagger.
Take
Cool.
notice, sewer dwellers. I know where you are. Keep your affairs in order, or our next encounter will be far less pleasant.
Well, that's nice.
I think I might want to be an adventurer too.
No, you've had quite enough adventure for one lifetime.
Cool. Excellent. So we sorted out down there. Let's go and sort out now the problem with the Queen's Decree and the other plot that seems to be going on in the city. Let's take these people out a second. Down they go. And this one. Right, okay. Hey, right, cool. This way out, I think. These are all dead. Okay, so don't need to do anything. So down this path. Another salamander just here. Let's take him out. And down as well. Okay, so straight ahead, around the corner, through here. Nope, maybe I've taken a wrong turning. No, I haven't. It's over here. It's just I haven't found the hole in the wall. This place is a mess, but it looks cool. It's still, even with a sewer that's in ruins and crumbling, it still looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's high elf, I guess, and it's a high elf land. I suppose it's got to be like that. So crown store gems can be given priority over regular in-game solar. It's just normal general tooltip at the bottom there. Cool. And back to Shimmerine. I better do what Raz asked me to do now. Rather than getting distracted. Okay, so Raz wanted me to go over here and attend the Kin Ladies meeting. That sounds good to me. Why can't I mount here? Oh, maybe I just got to move forward a bit. There we are. Cool. Right, so up on the horse. off we go. Is there a stables here actually? Because I really could do with upgrading this horse a little bit. And I need a bag merchant as well. It's what would really be handy. And I haven't got either of those. So there's none of that in the starting city. So I imagine you have to get to Eleanor before you get things like bag merchants. And yeah, you got pack merchant there, achievement furnishers, bankers. Okay, cool. So we'll have to head over to there. But let's go this way first. Around the corner. No, I wanted to go down that route. Little side alleys as well. I love this city. I love this town. It's beautiful. I love all the little alleyways and everything else that you can duck down and get between. It's a bit of a maze, but no, I do like it. It's actually quite pretty. Okay. Use an elegant outfit. That might be an idea, considering what I was wearing. Okay. I guess that's elegant for a high elf. Let's pop in. Let's have a look. So we've got to go and talk to someone on this level. There we are. Cool. Galmelor, who are you?
Yes? And who might you be?
I need to speak to Kin Lady Evanice.
The Kin Lady is currently engaged. She's holding a conference with Shimmerine's elite to discuss certain political matters.
I have an invitation.
Yes, so you do. And may I say that your outfit is suitably elegant. Please, head into the garden.
Thank you. Right, okay, let's get through. See what she's wanting or after. Oh, there's loads of us here.
We all have concerns regarding the Queen's decree. I assure you that I am working with Aldark Takala to safeguard the sanctity of Shimmerine and all of Summerset.
I love that dress. That's
Enjoy
beautiful.
the food and drink. Business of the city requires my attention, but I shall rejoin you shortly.
Yeah, that's a really beautiful dress. Okay, so we need to talk to someone. Aldark.
How bold of you. The Neberard dares to stand in my holy presence. Very well, bold Neberard. What can the new Aldark of Shimmerine do for you? And please, try not to bore me or spray any spittle on my spotless vestments.
I hear that you and the Kin Lady have a plan for administering the Queen's decree.
You heard that somewhere, did you? I'll have to have a discussion with the Divine Prosecution about how lax our security has become. No, I jest. The Kin Lady and I have nothing but the best interests of Summerset and the newcomers in mind.
Is that why you're sequestering newcomers and other new non-high elves beneath the monastery?
You really are well informed about things here in Shimmerine, aren't you? For a Neberah.
You keep calling me Neberah. What does that mean?
You're right. Where are my manners? Using a word you couldn't possibly be expected to understand. It means unwelcome. As in, you are not welcome here.
I see. And is it common for high elf monks to conspire with Daedra?
That's a serious accusation to toss around so casually. What did you say your name was again? I want to make sure to add it to the Divine Prosecution's observation log. For your own protection, you understand.
If you'd excuse me, Aldark Tilakar. I just remembered I have some place else to be. Yeah, it's a bit of a threat, isn't it?
I suddenly remembered some business I need to deal with as well. Feel free to pester the other guests in my absence.
Okay, let's go into here. We need to go upstairs, right? Okay, so up the spiral staircase here, and around the corner.
How dare you barge into my home without so much as a by your leave?
That's kind of what I do.
No, I refuse to deal with one of the Queen's guests, especially not in my own home. How did you get in here, by the way? No, never mind that. Since you found your way in, I assume you can find your way back out. Before I call the guards.
Why did you oppose the Queen's decree?
Such innocence. You really want to know why I oppose the Queen's order to allow newcomers to enter Summerset? Because I'm trying to protect both the island and the newcomers. It's in everyone's best interest that we maintain a separation.
And the Aldark agrees with your efforts to protect the island and the newcomers?
Aldark Tilkala came highly recommended. He has grand plans for protecting Shimmerine. Grand plans. Unfortunately, in my haste to deal with the Queen's decree, I may have made an error in judgment.
An error in judgment?
Not that it's any concern of yours, but my Chancellor has been unable to verify the Olduk's existence prior to when we met. And I recommended him for the position at the monastery.
Oops.
I assure you, Kinlord Millenthal praised Tilkala to no end.
And were you aware that the Aldark's monks are killing the newcomers under the monastery?
That's preposterous. Aldark Tilkala sequesters the newcomers to ascertain their suitability for life in Summerset. Those who pass will find a place here. As for the rest, will be returned to wherever they came from. That's what we agreed to.
Sounds like you should see for yourself what's happening at the monastery. Okay, cool. So...
My lady, one of the monks said to deliver this message. It's from the Aldark himself.
The Coral Forest. An odd location for a meeting, but I need to hear the Aldark's explanation.
Okay, so we need to go back and find Razandar now. Okay, so where are we? Upstairs. Oh, this is all stealable as well. It would be, because obviously it all belongs to the kin lady. So she might not be actually as guilty as we might have first thought. She might be actually, well, still very highly prejudiced, but actually innocent of actually consulting with Daedra. Just used and a bit naive and stupid. Okay, there's Raz.
Psst. Pretend you are adjusting your boot or admiring the architecture. As hard as it may be, look anywhere but directly at Raz. Good, good. Now, tell Raz what you learned at the Kin Lady's manor.
The Kin Lady believes the newcomers are being sequestered and sent away.
Raz thinks Avanice is as naive as she is complicit, but she is not a murderer. This new Aldark, though, has so much blood on his hands, it looks like he's wearing red gloves. From what I could discover, he didn't exist before he came to Shimmerin.
I overheard that the Kin Lady was going to meet the Aldrak in the Coral Forest.
The Coral Forest? A strange meeting place. Raz thinks we should go and see what the Aldark is up to. After I take back that outfit, I might need it again later. Ah, you have a pretty admirer, my friend. The Sijic Sage, yes? Here she comes now.
Let me find out what Valsarian has to say. Okay, so she... there she is.
I'm glad I found you. While watching the Kin Lady's mansion, I saw her ladyship sneak out the back and leave the city.
The Kin Lady is meeting the Aldark in the Coral Forest. Raz smells something, and it isn't moon sugar biscuits.
Your reputation precedes you, Eye of the Queen. I am Valsarian of the Sijic Order, and I agree that the Aldark is more than a simple monk.
We should work together, yes? But let's travel separately to avoid attracting unwanted attention. Raz will find you both at the Coral Forest.
Awesome. Okay, so we got to go to the Coral Forest. Where is that then? Ah, just south there. Okay, so just down there. So let's head out of the city. Hopefully I haven't filled up too much my bags. No, I've got about 13 left, but I do need to go and find a bag vendor at some point. So hopefully we get to somewhere where there is like traders and banks and stuff like that, because Shimmerin seems to be lacking it. Or we haven't unlocked it yet, one of the two. It's not on the map. Go down here. Maybe we should follow the footpath. I'm taking a leap out of Kitten's book here slightly, that she doesn't recommend always jumping off things. And down towards the beach. No, maybe a bit further along. Okay. Let's ride along this path here then. Let's see where we get to. There are a couple of things I should really do to make this a little bit smoother for this character. Maybe one of them would be to go and take her down into Cyrodiil and just open up the skill line to make her move faster. That would help out, I think. I'm just thinking of a few things that I could do to just improve this character ever so slightly for doing this leveling thing. Should really go and pick up my scrolls as well that do the experience as well. Ah, there's a wolf there. Cool. Alright then. Keep riding through. Meet Valsarian at the Coral Forest. Over here somewhere. And okay, well, I guess that's a bunch of coral, so we must be pretty much near the Coral Forest. Loads of crabs, mud crabs, or coral crabs actually. Not quite mud crabs, probably a cousin of the mud crab, but okay, cool. Ah, over here, there she is.
One of Somerset's more unique environments, the Coral Forest. I used to love coming here when I was growing up. We need to find out why the Aldark asked Kin Lady Avanice to meet him out here.
How do we find the Aldark and the Kin Lady?
Based on what we saw in the monastery's undercroft, I'm hesitant to use magic to locate them. I suppose we'll have to find them through mundane means. Too bad the Queen's spy isn't here yet. I understand he's good at this sort of thing.
Okay, right, so we're going through this way. We've got to search the forest. Over here. Someone's got their banker out. Actually, I've got my own banker that I can summon up if need be, but I may have just ridden through and aggroed everything. Oh no, I got through successfully. That's cool. Maybe I should be attacking some of these things, gain a bit of experience from them, but... Ah, it's a baby! One of those serpent snaky things. Okay, and then we'll go over here somewhere. And what have we got? Oh, I hear someone talking. Have we got someone to kill? Someone's screaming. We got to do here, so we got to confront the Aldark somewhere. Have I just missed a bit of the dialogue? There was someone in the distance screaming something. Are we just waiting for a respawn? I think we're just waiting for a respawn. Ah, man. That works. Oh, we got it. And then destroy the Abyssal Pearl. Cool. Excellent. Oh, I was going to say it didn't quite disappear there, but there we are. There she is. Cool.
Razumgar apprehended the Kin Lady. They're at the west edge of the Coral Forest. What happened to Aldark Tilkalar? Did he escape?
He's dead. I heard him mention the Prince of Bargains.
I think we can conclude that Tilkalar wasn't actually an Aldark. At least, not with his connection to the Prince of Bargain's Clavicus Vial. Strange magic and creatures worry me, however. Hopefully the pearl I sent to Artaeum can tell us more.
You think that we can learn something from the pearl?
You'd be surprised what a particular object can reveal if you know how to unlock its secrets. I need to return and tell Right Master Ikesis all that transpired here. If you're willing, I'd like you to come to Artaeum and confirm my story.
Who's Right Master Ikesis?
The Right Master leads the Sijic Order from Kapora Tower on the island of Artaeum.
Okay.
This spell attunes you to a portal near Shimmerine in the ruins of the Keep of 11 Forces. It always leads to Artaeum, no matter the island's current location.
I'll go to Artaeum and talk to the Right Master after I check in with Razumgar. Okay.
One more adjustment and there. You are now attuned.
Cool.
Find me on Artaeum after you finish with the Eye of the Queen.
Okay, so let's go find Raz. Oh, he's not far away. There he is.
Ah,
He's with the Queen. The Kin Lady.
The King Lady and Raz had the most illuminating conversation.
You can't treat me like some sort of criminal, you horrid creature.
Okay, let's talk to him.
Queen Irene will be disappointed that the King Lady of Shimmerine allowed a false Aldark to murder so many newcomers. Such a scandal makes other travelers uneasy about coming here, yes?
The Aldark called on the Prince of Bargains before I killed him.
The Prince of Bargains? That could only be Clavicus Vial.
Yeah.
What oblivion-inspired nest of vipers has Raz stumbled into? This one has a very bad feeling about all of this. Where is the Sijic Sage? Raz would like to ask her what she thinks.
Nah, she returned to Artaeum. She invited me to come and speak to their Right Master.
The Sijic Order's interest in all of this concerns Razumdar. This one has never had much love of magic, or those that practice the art. On the other hand, now Raz has his own person on the inside. An Eye of Raz, if you will, yes?
Valkyrian said the Order would try to find out more about what the Aldark and the Abyssal Pearls.
Then you must go to Artaeum and discover what the Sijics have learned. When you return, You can tell Raz all about it so he can pass it along to the Queen. Yes, Raz likes this plan. In the meantime, Raz will investigate the Daedric connection.
Okay. Oh, there's a way shrine not far from this. Let's go and grab that, but we've got to go over to there. And there's an eye as well near here, so let's go and get that point of interest as well. So if we head over here, up over the ridge. Aha, okay, so we're nearly level 5. Actually, level progress is fairly slow compared to what I normally experience, but that's fine. I mean, we don't need to speed through content, especially something like this. This is why I started a new character. It wasn't to get her up as quickly as possible. It was more to just experience more of the world a bit and experience Summerset properly. So there is a point of interest. I think you find it's up there. A Garden of the Secret Numbers discovered. It's probably... No, actually we're on it. It doesn't look like much of a garden. I think it's probably that bit that's at the top there, or around the back of this rock here. Ah, yeah, that looks a bit more... I was going to say it's just a bit of land and a rock, but no, actually there is... Ah, that's quite nice. Forts on the Secret Numbers. I'll quickly put that there, because later on, once you've done the Mage Guild's quest, you can come back and read other books. But yeah, let's go across the land and over this way. What we got? Travel to Artaeum. Let's see if we can get around. There's a dungeon over there, Archon's Grove. We could go and have a look at it. I wouldn't mind, but I haven't got much in way of space left. I've got 13 space. Yeah, let's go and have a look at Archon's Grove. There's a quest this way, so let's go and do that. Let's see our first delve in Summerset.
You there! I must say, I've just had the most dreadful day. First, my betrothed runs off with some wood elf, and then she manages to get kidnapped by werewolves. At this rate, my reputation may never recover. To think Nirelin would put me in such a position.
You don't sound very worried about Nirelin.
In all honesty, I'd rather leave her in this cave. She's certainly earned such a fate. But if word got out that I left her to die, or if she managed to escape and actually marry that wood elf, suffice to say, I simply can't just leave her.
What do you plan to do?
Certainly not risk my life, if that's what you're implying. You know, you have the look of a ruffian.
Oh, that's nice.
Want to take on the task? If you collect Nirelin, or at least what's left of her, I'll make sure you're paid handsomely.
I'll rescue Nirelin or bring back evidence of her death.
Excellent. Once you've finished, meet me near the Mages Guild in Shimmerine. Of course, discretion is key here. I want no word getting out about this little incident, not even to common folk. Rumors do tend to spread after all.
You seem more upset about your reputation than Nirelin's safety.
Do you know how long this marriage arrangement has been underway? Decades. Decades worth of work. All gone if Nirelin smears her name through wood elf muck.
Playing a wood elf.
Suffer 1,000 cuts and such a wound to my reputation.
Why did your marriage negotiations take decades?
Oh, well, of course, you wouldn't know, given your race. High elves take marriage most seriously. A matchmaker must be contacted to research the couple's star charts, pedigree documents, that sort of thing. It's a lengthy process.
Sounds complicated.
Excuse me? Well, sorry that we don't take marriage as a fast and loose affair. Marriage, as in all things, must be as impeccable as possible. Family, physicality, all those things must be taken into account. Otherwise, it's just chaos. Disorder.
Right, let's get back to the task in hand. What can you tell me about Nirelin?
I feel as though I told you plenty, haven't I? It's a private matter. If she's alive, just remind her of her obligations. We can still make this little fling disappear, even after this mess.
You're still willing to marry Nirelin after all this?
Naturally. Pending death, there's no honorable way to cancel now. It's best just to be discreet. After all, I can't have everyone knowing my betrothed ran off with someone of another race. Ah, no offense meant, of course.
Yeah, you're talking to someone who's a wood elf and yet you're slagging off my race at the same time. That's great. Okay, so let's go up this way. And let's check out the delve. The first delve that we've encountered. Aha! And level 5. Brilliant. Okay, so what have we got? Oh, the rings and a racial skill line. Cool. Possibly pop a little bit into health at the moment. I will have a look at the builds later. I know Alcast has been working on some new builds and stuff like that for Summerset, so they should be out. He's been testing on the public test server, so they should be all available for people to have a look at. Ah, now the offhand bit is now actually completely disappears now that you get in here. I didn't notice that before. That's cool. Right, so I got some rings then that would actually might be of benefit, and I should really start thinking about finding my banker and putting some of this stuff in the bank for breaking down by one of my other characters. Could do with some shoulders as well. Jewelry, and that's a pure ring, so it's probably in a canister. There we are. Cool. And yeah, we have this new jewelry and bit in here, so that's cool. Let's put the 2 rings in. Cool, that puts my health up. Have a look over here, some more patterns. Got a wonderful sketch. I still can't believe I had that drop for me. That's great straight off the bat. I'll drop that, send that over. But there's nothing else there. Right, okay, let's go and run this delve. Archon's Grove, indeed. That's the site where the legendary poet Nenamail, Archon of Song, discovered and named the Rose of Archon, a flower precious to the goddess Mara. It's said to be... didn't even get to finish reading all of it before we got through. Never mind, I should read quick. Right, okay, so we've got to find her down there. And there should be also then, I imagine, a sky shard and a boss in here somewhere as well. Let's go and see if we can find them. The thing I like about these chapters, they did it with Morrowind, is that these dungeons just don't follow the same conventions as the other dungeons, delves that you have in the rest of Tamriel, which is nice. It gives a lot more variety again compared to like the standard layout formats you got. This is quite nice. It's actually an outdoor delve. I don't know what's going on down here. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, so some form of sacrifice going on. I am probably well off the beaten path, but there is a good reason for that. I think I've just found what was one of the things we're going to be looking for in here, and that's this. The Sky Shard. So let's go and grab the Sky Shard. That's the first Sky Shard I found in Summerset. There's probably more, and I've probably missed them already. But there we are, first one. Cool. And then I guess we have to go back the way we came to go and find the boss. And also the quest while we're in here. What have we got there? Wolves. Okay, dire wolves. That's the first actual bosses I found in here, enemies I found in here, but that might be because it's busy and lots of things are being killed by players because it's being run. But then the spawn rate should also be a bit higher. So let's carry along the path here. Ah, there's a dire wolf. Let's take you out. Go on then. Take it out. Hey, didn't they just only recently re-release the striped wolf design actually as a mount for a short period of time, didn't they, with the dwarven crates? Because I actually picked it up for one of my characters. I was quite happy with that. It's quite cool. But didn't realise they released them as an actual mob to be attacked in the game as well. Interesting. Where's he going? Is that the right way? Yeah, maybe. Let's go this way. Seems like a plan. Ah, hang on, there's a Celine second skin. Ah, yes, okay, so she's a werewolf. Is this the actual boss that we've just seen? No, maybe not, but it was a tougher elite. But my fungal growth can now be morphed. Such a dodgy name. My fungal growth. It's not something you want to have caught. Hey, Carnival. Hey, CJ. How you doing? How's things? Summerset's fantastic. Absolutely beautiful place. It seriously is. Have you downloaded it yet and got it going? I imagine, because you're a few hours behind us and everything else, it must be quite early morning still. Still, what's it? Maybe midday-ish, actually, thinking about it, looking at the time. Didn't realise quite how late it was getting. Alright. Okay, let's take out these. Now going this way. Over to here. Oh! Take this. Summerset's fantastic. I'm really enjoying this. They've got this in the delve at the moment. Apparently the quest is down here. Yeah. I like jumping off cliffs. That may not be the best direction even for me though. So let's go this way around down the path. Okay, take you out. I'm still yet to find the boss. Where is this boss? Come on then. Off down the hill. No, no, no. There's a werewolf there though. Hang on, this might be the boss. Then Mother Tuima. see if we could get her out of here. I really need the bear. I really need to get the bear. Why is my Steam elements keep on timing people out? Right, I'm going to adjust. I'm going to take off that... Right, I'm dead. And yes, because I was looking at something here. My Steam elements keeps timing people out. So I'm just going to see if I can just deactivate it. I was experimenting around with new stuff earlier, new features and stuff like that, and then it suddenly decides, no, we're going to change things here on the thing. So I need to go into Steam Elements, see if I can shut the bot down. What is my settings here? Settings. Where is the bot? Integrations, imports. Currently they're all set up. Moderation. Enable filtering. No. Okay, so user management. Bot moderators. So why is it that doing? See, everything's disabled. Oh, right, it's my spam filter still on. Yes. Oh, it's decided to put all my things up. I do apologise to people because I know it did it for Roller down earlier. It's decided to turn on all moderation for everything, so it's making it really difficult for people to do things. Hopefully, the thing is, yeah, that's it sorted there. I do apologise, CJ, on that one. I put in a new bot earlier while I was experimenting around with the game, and before Summerset came back, and the bot seems to be playing up a little bit. So I think I turned on by accident all the moderation elements. Hopefully, that's just turned off the moderation elements there and got that sorted. We shall see, and it's timed out as well, so 300 seconds. What's 300 seconds? That's a while, actually. That's like, what, 5 minutes? No. Yeah, 5 minutes. So I do apologise to everyone who's been affected by that. That's my fault for not paying attention to what the bot was moderating, which is really silly things. I don't know why. Right, okay, let's try killing this again. Get this one down. And try not to die this time. Okay, let's do this thing. But as CJ was saying, oh, hang on. Let's concentrate on not dying first. Hang on. Ah, still dead. I really do with some better equipment, better skills, and actually be a little bit of a better player, and it's not really at the same time. But CJ was saying, I did, yes, it's a little after 2 PM here. Doing well, thanks. Hope for the same for you and for Precious Kitten. Just starting on some lunch myself. Awesome. If you're still here and the bot has stopped being silly and blocking people for random, silly, stupid reasons, you'll have to let us know what you've had for lunch. But yeah, I guess yes, just over 2 PM then. That's better, there's several people there. Cool, excellent, that made that a little bit easier. But yes, excellent. So yeah, I guess this is back up and running for everyone in the NA and in North America, and this should be all good fun on the North American server as well. I did hear, looking earlier, there were some people on the North American servers who were having problems with disconnections and stuff earlier, so I'm hoping that's all stabilised and everything as well for those people who aren't. The EU server so far, touch wood, has been alright, and usually it's the one to play up if the servers start playing up. But yeah, I've heard that.
Wait, you're not one of the pack. Oh, you're not even a werewolf. You need to leave now. It's far too dangerous here. They've already killed Brengus, and it's too late for me.
Your betrothed sent me to bring you back.
Estidel. I thought I heard him whimpering earlier. I told you, it's already too late. I've been turned. There's no place in Summerset society for a werewolf. I'm doomed to live out the rest of my cursed existence as an outcast.
So you're just giving up?
What other choice do I have? I was miserable with Estidel, and I thought Brengus was my one chance to escape, to leave that life behind. He was going to protect me, and in the end, he'd even protect himself.
So you'll remain here? Oh.
No.
I haven't got persuade yet.
Like this, serving the very beasts who took everything away from me. Just end it. Please. I'd rather die than be miserable. You can take my signet ring. That will prove to Estidel that you found my corpse.
Drop me die, then be miserable. So she wants me to either kill her or to take her life. Or if I had Persuade, I could have persuaded her to hide her true nature and turn to Shimmering, but I don't have Persuade on this character as yet. So, what should we do? Should we kill her off or not? Moral decisions. Let's do that one.
Remember,
Let's kill her.
is mine.
That's better. Cool. Excellent. Killed it. Taken her out. That makes it easier. Oh, we could have just brought her back. But, oh, yeah, you need Persuade to do that. So, okay, let's go down this way. Actually, can we mount up in here? You can't mount in this location. Even though it's technically an outdoor delve, you can't actually mount in the delve. Got anyone chasing me? I'm hearing woofing, but lots and lots of loud woofing. Oh, and something's hitting me. Ah, yes, there it is. So, come on then. Let's have you. Okay, cool. He's down. Yes. And we have a werewolf on us as well. That's fun. Right, okay, cool. And another one up here. Let's take him out. And I can see Tierline's online as well. Streaming over on her own one there as well, so worth checking out there. I will post up in a link, because we're both online in a second. I'll post up in our chat the multi-stream option. That'll enable those who want to watch both streams at the same time. I'll do that as I leave the dungeon. There is a way to watch two streams simultaneously, though you might have to be careful of the sound level. So those who want to catch both of us, that will be an option. I will actually log into that in a second once I get out of the dungeon. I'm going the wrong way again, down the delve. I've got everything I should need, because I've got the quest done here, and I've got the Sky Shard, and I've killed the final boss. Or rather, I killed the final boss with the help of several people, because I wasn't paying too much attention and getting myself killed several times. Oops. But yes, cool. Excellent. Yes, I'll pop the multi-Twitch stream up in a second in the chat for you, Zaka House, now. Cool. As I say, once again, apologies to those who have been booted by the bot. That's my fault for trying to play around with a new bot and try and improve things on here and actually just not fully understanding it. I should read up more before activating it. But it kind of activated and I was like, okay. And I didn't realise that the settings were suddenly jumped up to maximum security setting for the chat channel, which meant basically it's going to kick you out for, well, really innocuous reasons that no one has any idea about why anyone should ever be kicked out for it. That's really odd. So I will get that sorted. Well, I've sorted that out. I've turned that off. I hope that settings come through turned off. If not, well, I'll have to find a way to completely remove it, because I'm not happy with that. Doing that at all. It's not the best way of growing your channel, having a bot that decides that if you're going to talk, it's just going to kick you out for asking even innocent questions. So that's a bit of a strange one. Okay, so let's sort this out. That's that one dead. And I've ended up down the wrong path again. It's mostly one long path with lots of little bits that come off the side there. It's easy to walk down the wrong path into the cave, and we should be nearly out of here. Oh, we got a dire wolf there to take out. Off you come, down you die, down you go. And down. Cool, excellent. Down, boy. That's kind of a permanent way of putting someone down. Okay, right, let's go back out and let's bring up the multi-Twitch stream for you a second. So let me just find the link. HTTP multi-Twitch, and it's going to be that one. So, yep, there we are. Okay, and we have both chat channels open, and if I send you that link there, post it on there, that will take you to a page that will display both mine and Tierland's screens simultaneously if you wanted to catch up with Tierland's while also staying on my channel. That's cool. That's no problem. You're welcome, Carnival. More than happy to do it there. As I say, I do apologise for what the bot did there a second. I really do. I was experimenting around with a bot earlier, and it just yeah, I didn't realise it decided to put on maximum moderation on there, which was a pain in the neck. But that multi-Twitch stream link is really, really handy. I mean, in fact, you could do it with any streamers. If you just change the names in there for any different streamers, as long as you've got their channel names, the bits where you see tier lines and mine on there. And you can do it for more than 2 as well, so you can do it for 3 or 4 as well. You'll notice at the top you can jump between different chats as well. So you can jump between tier lines chat and you can jump between mine if you wanted to. I'll have it on as well in the side here so I can actually see what's going on as well. But yeah, it's not a great way to welcome you to the channel, sorry, CJ, because I think it's the first time you've caught us live as well, I think, because you've been catching the videos and stuff. But yes, I will have a look at that and get that bot working properly, and we'll look at getting a good bot working properly on there, not one that's going to act really silly like that. So that's cool. But anyway, let's go and find this guy a second that we're supposed to find. So confront Kinley. Oh, hang on. Why have we still got to confront Kinlady and Ebony? So I missed a bit, and I've got to go and get to him. So we can actually do with going back here. So it's a good job, actually, check that. There was a bit we missed from the quest before we were supposed to go to RTM. How's my storage looking? I've got about 11 spaces, cool. So we head over to here. So what did you have for lunch anyways, by the way, CJ? Anything nice? Right, let's come down here. This is the greenhouses that they were showing off during development and on the live streams that Bethesda were doing. Not Bethesda, Zenimax were doing there. That's quite cool. Down here a second, past the garden, and we'll get towards here. Over the ridge, I'm trying to find... I missed a bit with the Kinlade, so if I go back to here, do this little bit, then I can head back up to Shimmerine, and then we can go off to Artaeum. And I'm really hoping that's going to be somewhere that's got things like bag vendors and stuff at Artaeum and stuff like that. I really hope, because yeah, I need to drop some stuff in, otherwise I might have to take her off somewhere else to do all that sort of stuff. There we are.
Claw. The King Lady and Raz had the most illuminating conversation.
Alright, yep.
You can't treat me like... Have you come to gloat? To kick me while I wallow in my own misery? Well, go ahead. I deserve it.
How did you get involved with Aldrak Tilkala?
I met him at Kinlord Millenthal's party in Eleanor. We had similar ideas about the Queen's decree, and I recommended that he lead the monastery. Summerset isn't a stew pot, and the various races aren't ingredients to be sprinkled in like so much spice.
So you knew he planned to kill the newcomers?
What a hateful accusation. Tilkala told me he was going to send them back where they came from. I had no idea he planned to kill them. I give you my word. I just wanted the newcomers to go away. And to find out he worshipped Daedra? How crude.
Do all the monks of the monastery worship Daedra?
I certainly hope not. We'll have to get the divine prosecution in there to gather up the monks Tilkala brought with him to Shimmerine. We can't have Daedric cultists desecrating a holy site. I suppose I need to beg for mercy from the proxy queen.
That would probably be for the best. Okay, cool. So we've got her done. We'll head off up there. I'm just going to quickly drop into T-Line's channel to say hi a second. Hi, T-Line. Hope you are enjoying Summerset. Sorry, I have a multi-stream going on up at the moment. We're not doing anything together, just I got both screens up at the moment, so I can actually have a look and see what other people are doing as well on stream. It's nice to keep up to date with what the other streamers are doing, and especially as Tierlan is our guild leader and she's got her stream up. I did post a short while ago a link to say how to do that, how to look at both of those, so that's worth checking out. Let's carry on down this way, and let's get to this, and just keep checking back and make sure that there's no bot addition kickouts or anything else there. No, that's good. That's alright. So hopefully the bot is now behaving, I hope. So CJ's answered, I'm eating a couple of tomatoes. No, I've never come... Have I said that right? That's not something I've come across before. So what's in a tomato? Maybe I'm not a very... I don't eat a lot of food, or a wide range of food. I'm quite a fussy eater, so I find it very difficult to find new foods that I like. It's not that I won't give something a try, but it's very rare that I give something a try and actually like it. But that's actually why I do like to try a lot of different foods, sometimes at least once. The problem is, because I've got such fussy taste buds, it all does that as well. Tamales. I'm probably even getting that really horribly wrong. My way of pronouncing words sometimes that I'm not familiar with. It's awful. So tamales. Tamales? Tamales? Something like that? I may have got that probably very, very wrong, I guess. Okay, let's head on into this town here a second. I just got kitten. Traditional Mesoamerican dish made of masa or dough, okay, which is steamed in a corn husk or banana leaf. The wrapping is discarded before eating. Okay, that sounds quite interesting. I like bananas and corn. I got no problems with either, and dough is okay. I'd have to have a look at that, give that a try at some point then. Just answer Kitten, because she's just sending me a quick message. All whilst streaming. She just wants to know what time I'm streaming to, or actually all whilst playing Summerset. Anytime. Yeah, sorry, just keeping her up to date because I'm sure she wants to go and have some dinner in a bit as well. Actually, talking about food. Yeah. Oh, it's a dough made of corn. I see. Right. Okay. No problems. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Okay. I'm willing to give that a try at some point if I keep an eye out in the future. That doesn't sound actually too bad. As I say, I'm just thinking that my taste buds are really, really sillily fussy. I mean, it is unbelievable. And then to add on top of it, I'm a vegetarian as well. So it's like, great. So not only do I have a very low range of foods, I then choose a dietary option that means I eat even less. So that's not great. Right, okay, so just pop it into there. Have a quick look over there. Right, okay, so we'll drop this quest off here.
Well, were you able to find Nirelin? Or at least, whatever those werewolves left of her?
She's dead. I brought back her signet ring.
I suspected as much. Well, at least now I can put this whole incident behind me. Here's your payment for completion of this task as well as your discretion. There's no need for the torrid details of this affair to get out.
Okay, so there's a bit of extra money there. Cool. Oh, wait. I thought you had another quest then for me a second. Cool. Awesome. So we'll go and see Arteum there a second. We'll go and head off to Arteum. Yeah, more of a Mexican type dish, at least here anyway. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really tried much Mexican food actually in my time. We've tried quite a few foods from around the world, but I don't think I've ever actually tried Mexican. So worth checking out then. It can be filled with anything, and the masa dough can be made with non-meat shortening. I eat veggie ones often. Oh, cool. Green chili and cheese is a fave. Ah, now you see, now that just wins me over straight off there. You've got cheese involved. I'm a big, big fan of cheese. Literally, my favourite seasoning. You know, anything that exists, I have cheese with. Let's have a look, see what this guy wants.
Headed to the famed Russefeld winery, traveller.
Oh, sounds good.
Well then, it seems I'm not the only one who'll be disappointed today. Old Halimorian's been offed by those wood elves. Won't be any wine tastings for a while, I'd wager.
But they stop dissing my race. I mean, every time I'm speaking to someone in Somerset that's dissing a race, it's always Woodhouse. It's always at Woodhouse.
Just what I heard from one of the bailiffs. Apparently, some daffy Bosmer called the Ghost of the Green did it, but no one knows for sure. The investigation's hit a snag. Something about the rule of 3. Superstitious nonsense, if you ask me.
Rule of 3 sounds like the 3 rings to rule over. What was it? Men? Elves? No, elves, wasn't it? The elves were ruled over by 3 rings, weren't they? Yeah.
Indeed. Until they find a suitable third investigator, the Juris Reeves and Revelators are left to sit on their hands. Nonsense. Why not go lend them a hand? They'll likely just tell you to go jump into the sea, but it can't hurt to ask.
All right, I'll head to Russefeld and speak to those investigators, and hopefully get some wine as well. Cool. But no, let's continue on to Arteum. It does. As soon as you start a new quest, it changes your objectives now. I wonder if there's a setting or something that changed that, because I quite liked the way it used to be, where it would still keep you on the same quest line. But it does seem that, yeah, when you start a new quest, your objective immediately changes to that quest. Right, okay, let's carry on down to Arteum, to the Arteum bit. But yeah, sorry, I was saying about cheese is like my favourite seasoning of all time. I mean, anything, I think almost everything and anything can have cheese, you know, especially over here. You got things like, you know, am I having a sandwich? I'll have a cheese sandwich. Am I eating chips, which would be, I guess, in the States, fries? I'll have that with cheese on top as well, you know, instead of salt or anything else like that. Oh, we have a dead Justica. Okay. Let's have a look, see what's going on. Chief Justica Carawen. I can't read the rest because that bit's in front. There we are. Our mission has failed. Justicar of Varanara betrayed us and killed several of my soldiers. She made off to Torham Khard. I'm pursuing her with the forces I have left. Stars willing, we will recover the pearl. I'm sending a soldier in the hope this message reaches you. Send reinforcements. There are more souls lurking in the ruins than Avanar. Captain Telomere. Okay, fair enough then. Okay, so we'll have to do that. Cool. So let's jump out here and continue on. I bet you it's just jumped. Yeah, it has. See, it's changed my quest marker to that, but I still want to stay going to RTM. I just want to pick it up so I know to come back to it. Let's head this way. We'll come back to these quests, but I want to get to RTM first. At the Keep of the 11 Forces. Oh, it's a sky shard over there. That's cool. Right, okay, so let's go and grab that one. Sat up here on the keep. Go down to here. Let's right on a second. Head forward. It should be... no, I just lost my horse again. Or was it downstairs? It might be downstairs, actually. Yeah, you can see the objective marker now. Okay. Portal to Arteum. Misty hollows filled with the gregarious nexads, hidden lagoons containing singing waters, clear as a fresh-grown grass, flowers that whispered secrets when the wind blew, and stones with names too long for mortal tongues to speak. Such was the island of Arteum, according to Vanascar Larian. One of my least favourite characters in the entirety of the Elder Scrolls. You encounter him in the main storyline. He is such an annoying person. He is so full of himself and so full of his ego. He really winds me up whenever I have to deal with him. Thankfully, I hopefully won't have to deal with him too much because we're dealing with the Psijic Order instead rather than Vanas, who just, yeah, he just seemed full of ego. I mean, I guess he was a high elf, but where are we going actually? I've just started riding off. Actually, no idea where I'm going to. There's a crafting station there, and there's a vault, and we're supposed to be going over there, aren't we? Okay, so let's go this way. Head down here. We're supposed to be heading towards, well, the Tower of Arteum over here. You're going to need all the Sky Shards ASAP, says CJ. Yep. I'm going to need a load as well. I mean, I've got 2 skill points there, actually, that I could use. And I've nearly got to bear level. I need 12 in it for the bear. So, nearly have the bear sorted out. But we'll get there soon enough. But, yeah, I'm leveling a new character here as well. So, I'm going to need to have a lot of Sky Shards. I need to get her running here. Okay, just running past this. I mean, there's the tower.
There's no sign of Lathan. I don't know whether to be grateful or concerned.
No, she's back in her Psijic uniform now.
Go check on the pearl while I speak to our new guest.
Let's talk to the right master.
What a rare honor Valcerin bestowed upon you. Only a select few not of our order have ever walked upon this. Val tells me your aid was indispensable in uncovering the Dark's plot on Summerset.
We discovered the newcomers to Summerset were being murdered to power the Abyssal Pearls.
Unfortunate, certainly. The magic you describe sounds familiar, though I can't quite recall where I've heard of it before. I fear the pearls may be a harbinger of the threat Sothasil warned us about.
Sothasil? What threat? I don't understand. Yes, because the character hasn't done it yet.
One of the living gods of the Dark Elf Tribunal. He's an honorary member of our order. After an attack on his Clockwork City, he warned us about a Daedric threat to Summerset and Arteum. I sent Valcerin to investigate.
Is there anything more I can do to help?
Indeed. But not until we finish studying the pearl Valcerin brought us. There are mysteries to unravel, and Val believes you will be instrumental to our success. We can get started immediately, unless you want to explore our island first.
Okay.
The next step involves a thorough examination of the strange pearl you and Valcerin recovered from beneath the Shimmerine Monastery. Hopefully, we can learn more about the false Aldark and the source of the pearl's magic.
You can use magic to get the pearl to reveal that?
We are the Psijic Order, friend of Valcerin. There is very little we cannot accomplish through the application of the old ways. Every object remembers its history. The trick involves selecting the correct ritual to reveal those buried memories.
Can I do anything to help?
While I head inside to begin the augury ritual, I'd like you to go to Sothasil's study in the tower, find my acolyte, Oriandra, and ask her for Sothasil's amplification elixir. We may need it if the pearl proves to be resistant to our magic.
I'll find Oriander and get the amplification elixir. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. So it is connecting back to the Sophisil line as well with the Clockwork City. Though this character actually hasn't been to Clockwork yet because it's a brand new character. We have some rewards to use. Okay, so let's go into there. What do I need more of? I'm going to pop some in magic. I can always redo these points at a later point as she gets higher in levels, I suppose. I still only got 2 skill points after leveling then. That's a bit odd. I should have had a bit more than that, but never mind. Dive can be morphed. We can put Bond Wind in. I've got a racial skill actually I can open up. What have we got? Increases my stamina recovery. That will actually be quite handy, so we better have that. And weapon, what we've got? Bows. Two-handed class. I think we'll probably have to morph Dive, I think. It deals more damage based on how far away the enemy is, converts into a stamina ability, and deals physical damage. Actually, it says it's ill-advised. I don't care. I'm taking that at the moment. Cutting Dive. It looks quite cool, and the fact that I'm trying to run this character as being stamina based, it would be good to change this over. Oh, I still got rewards to collect. That's why I didn't get them. Okay, fair enough. Oh, got experience scroll. Cool. And we got some more points to spend, so we'll pop that into the stamina. And I get another skill point to put somewhere. I know I should have had Persuade earlier, but never mind. Okay, so let's have a look. What do we want? Bow. Class. Hasn't pushed those up yet. We could mutate Fungal Growth, but no. Let's put it into Persuade for now, because that's always a handy skill to have in. As I just discovered that it would have been useful a minute ago. Okay, portal to... That's what all that splashing noise was. I did wonder. It's this portal here. Off we go. Cool. Oh yeah, no, I already read this one about Lyteum, and it's Vanis's opinion of it. That's cool. Right, okay, we're in. And... Oh, there's a new quest up here as well. So let's have a look. Let's have a look.
I have a proposal for you.
Maybe so, but I just want to have a look around a second. That's quite beautiful. Cool. Excellent. They have put an awful lot of effort into this game, I think, in what they've done with this chapter. Everything I've seen on PTS before this and now actually playing and everything else, it's just like, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's talk to Solaris.
Tranquil greetings, Caraval. You will forgive me if I seem awkward. We rarely entertain guests here on Arteum. I am Caloris. Right Master Ikisis told me a great deal about you. I suspect he has plans for you within the Psijic Order.
Well, I really hope that you don't turn out like the last character that has the same voice actor as you. For those of you who don't know, he plays a character in Morrowind as well. That voice, I recognise that voice straight off. He's in there. If you haven't played the Morrowind chapter and everything else, I won't spoil it much more than that. But yeah. Let's hope he turns out a little bit better. So you're offering me a place in the Psijic Order. Do I even qualify for membership?
The right master holds you in high regard. That is proof enough of your worthiness. The Psijic Order requires practical wisdom, outside perspective. Unless I miss my guess, you can provide both. You would be a worthy addition to our ranks.
Cool. Yes, CJ. Yeah, his voice is actually though pretty good. He is very. I love the sound of his voice. But as I said, yeah, it's the last time I encountered that voice, it wasn't in a great way. But yeah, as a voice actor, he's very good. Though he does come across very well, pronunciates well. So thank you. What do I need to do?
Eager to begin? Good. Eagerness is just what we need. Your first lesson begins now. The Order has detected a number of irregularities on Tamriel. Small breaches in the fabric of time. I would like you to seal them for me.
Alright, I will see these breaches. How should I proceed?
The first cluster of time breaches appeared on the Isle of Summerset. You should start there. Go speak with my apprentice, Josaja, in the Athenaeum. She will provide the tools you need. A map, Psijic seals, and the Augur of the Obscure.
What does it take to become a Psijic?
A noble heart and a solemn commitment to the good. Achieving membership in the Psijic Order is a serious and lasting endeavor. You must be prudent, but fearless. Withdrawn, but compassionate. It is not something to be taken lightly.
Why are you looking for new members? I thought you were a reclusive group.
Too reclusive, I fear. The truth is that we have grown old, Caraval. A mixed blessing, I suppose. Long years of seclusion have allowed us to study and learn, but always at the cost of our relationship with the outside world. We need youth, vigor.
What are the benefits of membership?
As your knowledge of the old ways grows, so too will the rewards. For instance, we are prepared to teach you new and powerful spells. As in all things, the best teacher is experience. This matter of the time breaches will act as your exam.
Any words of wisdom before I set out?
Only this. Purge yourself of selfish intent. Membership in the Psijic Order will bring you both prestige and power, but such honors often lead to Wegnithir, the bad change. What you do in the Order's name, you do for others, never yourself.
Fair enough. So this map you mentioned will show me where the time breaches are located.
The map will show you the approximate location of each time breach. I apologize. Our visions, while powerful, are not always specific. Make your way to each X on the map, then use the Augur of the Obscure to discover the anomaly's exact location.
How does this auger work exactly?
These time breaches are not visible to mortal eyes. The Augur, however, perceives time and space very differently. Gazing through it will allow you to peer through the veil, to see things both visible and invisible. Things like these breaches.
Once I find a breach, I use these Psijic seals to close it?
Precisely. Think of them like bandages, I suppose, or tourniquets. The chrononymics they contain will stabilize the rifts and harden the walls of time around them, rendering the breaches harmless. They are quite easy to use, I promise.
Okay, fair enough then. What is your role here in the Psijic Order, Solaris?
I serve as the Chief Law Master here on Artaeum, a grand title for a modest pursuit, truth be told. I protect and maintain our various libraries and archives, safeguard the details of our Order's history, that sort of thing.
How many libraries and archives do you have here?
863 at last count, not including the Right Master's personal collection, of course. Don't trouble yourself looking for them. Many of them exist in quasi-planes and hermetic mind spheres. It helps keep things tidy.
You think maintaining 863 libraries is a modest pursuit?
Comparatively, yes. Many of my peers spend their days examining the nature of reconstituted souls and studying Etara dream residue. Still, I love my work. It also affords me the opportunity to spend time with our initiates.
So you're a teacher?
Of sorts. I educate students on the importance of compassion, discipline, objectivity, and the like. Our Order's chief virtues. It can be very rewarding, provided the students take such lessons to heart. I am confident you will be such a student.
Awesome. Okay, no worries. So that's that one done. Okay, so we get that opens up the line, isn't it? It's the skill line for doing all the Psijic Order stuff. From what I remember, where does that come into it though, or do we not get it just yet? Okay, I guess we're not getting it yet. I guess we've got to go and do the time breaches first. We've got to talk to this guy who's he's over here, right? So we need to find Summerset's study. We go through the back here. And just in here, I think. There we are. Cool. So this is Summerset's personal study here. With loads of floating books. Oh, I love those. If you've seen what I built recently, the house I built, the unspoken study, which is my little area that's a shrine to Hermaeus Mora. These sort of books like this would go lovely in there, the way I built that up. That would be fantastic. That's cool. Okay, right, so let's go and talk to this person.
Yes, can I help you?
Your master sent me. You told me to collect a map, some Psijic seals, and the Augur of the Obscure.
Right. You're the Order's new initiate. I didn't expect
Work
you
off round
so
quick.
soon. Things here on Artaeum are normally, you know, snailish. I transcribed our seer's visions onto the map there, and collected these Psijic seals. The Augur, however...
Do you have it?
I don't. Please don't tell the Lore Master. It tricked me into dismissing the binding charms that keep it here, in the Athenaeum. Then it popped like a bubble and vanished. It escaped before, but never on my watch.
Do you have any idea where the auger went?
Mercifully, yes. I just scryed its location. It looks like it reappeared somewhere on the shores of Wasting Coraldale. It didn't take long for some sea elves to scoop it up and squirrel it away. You'll have to steal it back. I am sorry, truly.
Alright, I'll go to Western Corridor and recover it. I suppose better do that for
I'm indebted. You'll definitely need the auger on your quest. Without it, you'll never find those time breaches.
What exactly is this Auger of the Obscure anyway?
The lore master didn't tell you? Alright. How to explain it? The auger is a skull. Sort of. It's really a crystalline entity that resembles a skull. Some think it's from the head of an ancient mage, but I don't believe that for a minute.
Why not?
It's hard to say. Once you have a few conversations with it, you'll see what I mean.
Wait, the skull talks?
Yes, incessantly. I think that's why Lore Master Kelleris made me its caretaker. No one else wants to listen to it. You should know that it lies constantly, unless you ask it a direct question. If you do that, it's compelled to always tell the truth.
Good to know. Now, you're sure it will show me these time breaches?
It will. Stirring up the auger's power will give you a second sight. The skull sees time differently. Well, it sees practically everything differently, but time most of all. I think it's fascinating. I just wish the little bugger wasn't so sneaky.
I'll be careful. What can you tell me about these Psijic seals?
The seals are one of the Order's oldest tools. They act as a sort of anchor, shoring up any wayward spirits or forces in a given place. When Nirn was still young, the veil was much looser, more unpredictable, you know? So the Aldmer made these.
Is there a trick to using them?
None at all. We've been refining them for thousands of years, remember? Just take one in your hand when you reach a tear, and the seal will do the rest.
So you're Solaris's apprentice.
I am. You look surprised.
I just haven't seen many non-elves here.
Right, of course. It's not racial bias. The Psijic Order doesn't have any axes to grind. It's just a matter of circumstance. Psijic study is an Aldmeri tradition, for one thing. High elves also live a long time and have more natural aptitude.
How did you wind up on here in Artaeum?
It's a long story. I was the heiress to a crown magnifica. Our house was prosperous, well respected. When Kelleris offered to take me to Artaeum, I cast off my duties immediately and left the family's fortunes in the hands of my brother.
And?
He drove our family into shame and poverty. Pretty much immediately. I try not to think about it. Let's change the subject, all right? You have lots to do and very little time to do it.
Okay, so that one's done. Cool. So we've got her. And now they're going to want me to go off and do... Oh, I've got to collect the Psijic map, which will be over there. Grab that one. Psijic map of Summerset. Nice. Now we've got to find the Auger of Obscure. That would probably mean leaving Artaeum, I guess. The corridors are very pretty down here. It's quite cool. So the portal to the right master's study. Don't we want the central portal though to get back? Find the Auger of the Obscure. Oh no, it's the one over here. Yeah. Okay, it takes us back to the entrance. Portal to Artaeum itself. Alright. And we've got to go back to there. We could probably do it through the way shrine over here. I like the look of this way shrine. It looks very much like the way shrines that appear in the Dawnguard expansion of Skyrim, where the Snow Elves conjure up the way shrines to run through the network. It does look very much like them. I mean, I suppose the Snow Elves are very closely related to the High Elves anyway before they went off and settled in Northern Skyrim. But it's very reminiscent of it, of that design. Very close design to it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know how to use way shrines. It's okay. We'll come back out here and into here. So we need to really, well, I really need a backpack merchant. So what I'm going to do, and I need to do a bit more work on this character a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop to one of my houses a second, because this is getting close to being a good point to stop for dinner soon. So I'm sure Kitten will want some dinner, and I better sort the dogs out and everything else. So what I will probably do in a moment is sort this character out a bit, and then I'm going to log off for about an hour or two, just to spend some time with Kitten this evening and have some food and sort the animals out and everything else, and then come back to streaming again after about an hour or two. See if everyone's still around and everything else. I can see Tierland's still streaming away there as well, so we'll host her in a moment as well. But before we do, we'll sort this character out a little bit. We'll get her looking a little bit better, because I haven't done anything with her outfit. We'll dump all her stuff off into the bank. I spent a lot of time last night into the early hours of the morning cleaning my bank out. It was like constantly always full. So now there's a lot more space in my bank to be able to dump stuff into, being aware that this was coming today with the Summerset. Oh, hang on, I'm going to get all of my various achievements coming through now on terms of decoration and stuff. So let's pop in and see this banker. Cool, let's drop this in. That can go in there. That can go down there. Pop those in there. Got any jewelry? We can pop those in there because they can now be dismantled as well. Awesome. Blueprints. I keep hold of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. I really should put my potions into my health bar. That would have helped me earlier when I was dying lots. Why have we got those? Why are they in miscellaneous and not? That's really weird. Normally they would be in their respective clothing, but they've actually become turned up there. Okay, that's weird. What are they? They are literally just footwear, but they've turned up in the miscellaneous. Okay, so they've changed where those go to, so we can just sell them off as vendor trash anyway. So let's go here and sell the vendor trash. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. That's all the vendor trash sold off. So I got a bit more thing. CJ is saying Summerset release has made me extremely glad that I keep up with the bank and inventory pretty well. I mean, I still have a bit of hoarding problem, but at least I have a little bit of space. Yeah, I was literally, I think I got about 380 space in my bank. I really still got to get around to upgrading it to the full whack. And points recently, if I emptied out or deconstructed everything I popped into the bank, I would only go back down to about 280, 290, somewhere around there, so I had to really clear it out. Now it keeps around about 60, 70 odd, which is a bit better for me. It just gives me space to be able to dump stuff in there before I send it over to the character that I use to disenchant everything, disassemble everything. Right, okay, I'm going to need a bit more gold then. So pop back into the bank there, and let's withdraw some currency, because I'm going to work on a costume for her. We'll need to sort her look out, actually, just get a bit more, actually. We'll take another 10,000, because I don't know yet what I'm going to make her look like, but we'll try and make her look some way half decent. Let's have a look. The outfit merchant. So we want this for outfit 1. Armor styles. Right, so I never liked having a headpiece, so let's put hide helm. Good. Chest wise, apparently some new stuff coming in. CJ saying I can't the amount of gold required to max everything. I probably will someday, but I'll wince a lot when I do. Yeah, I haven't maxed everything either. None of my characters have maximum carry capacity, though I have one which is 190, so she's only about 10 away. She only needs the final bag upgrade. Most of my characters have got fairly close on their riding skills, and in fact about 8 of them have maxed their riding skills out. And my bank isn't even maxed yet either, so I'm still a little way in maxing things out. Right, okay, so the Divine Prosecution robe. Right, okay, proper typical high elf robe. And that's like that. Okay, so this is going to be, I want to show usable as well actually, so don't show me the locked ones. Okay. I still got quite a lot in there. What we got? Divine Prosecution top. And now about the heavy one. Oh, I like the heavy one. That looks pretty cool. That's nice. Maybe we'll use that one. Let's see, this is going to be my wood elf who's running around in those lands. I'm not quite sure what I want it to look like, but I just wanted to look not like she does. So, not so sure about the shoulders though. So, we'll get some nicer shoulders on the side there. Let's have a look. No. No. Oh, I'm not sure really what I want to, which way I want to go with it. I mean, I like this chess piece, but maybe I might want to change that as well. Maybe something a bit more medium. I think that would be more suited for someone who's a warden. See what we've got there. That's an ancient elf jack. That's quite nice. That's the apostle one, isn't it? So I've got a few skills here. Here's the problem there. Once you've got a few motifs, yeah, the heavy was really nice, and I might go back to that in a second, but just wanted to have a flick through, see if there's anything else that might suit. The problem is I've got so many styles that choosing one that's going to work with your character becomes a bit harder work. I mean, that's quite nice for the elves as well. Scroll through. Mazatun Jack, no. No, I'll tell you what I'll do. I just want to get something that's keeping it going at the moment. I was saying that I like that as well. It's only going to find something new straight off. I like that. That's the Zivkin one, isn't it? But let's go back to Divine Prosecution. Let's stay with the Cuirass, I think. Yeah, we're going to stay with that. I'm going to find then some decent shoulders for her. Problem is, half these shoulders I don't like the look of. There's only a small number that I do. I don't tend to like too bulky a shoulder. That works. I like that. Okay, that's good with me. Then we need some decent gloves. What are those? Those are Wood Elf gloves. Trinomac gloves. We've got Zivkin gloves. Oh, with the spikes on the side. I always tend to like going for the ones with the spikes on the side. I don't know why. It just seems like you've got an extra weapon or something there to be able to hit people with when you're in close combat with them. Yeah, let's go with those. Then for the waist, need to find something suitable. Oh, we got the Divine Prosecution ones, like little gems. What's that one? Oh, that's quite nice. Actually, we'll have that one. Then we need legs. Now the question is, what type of legs do we want to go for? Divine Prosecution has guards like that. Maybe. What's the short one? Oh, that's quite nice. I like the look on that one. That's quite cool. Okay, maybe we would go with that one. And then we just need to find some boots. That kind of goes with the top, even though that's the light trousers, but the heavy top. But the actual scaling seems to go well together as well, I think, on that one. Then we need to find some decent boots. Thinking leather I prefer normally. Though if we've got the Divine Prosecution ones, have a look what they're like. They're not so nice, the boots. But we've got Yokunda shoes. We could wear those for now. I could still work on these and come back to them later and do a bit more, but for the time being, I just want to get something that's going there. And maybe a... What's the Divine Prosecution bow look like? Oh, that's quite nice, actually. I like that. That's cool. Right, okay. If we have that as our setup and we have some dies, then okay. So we don't need to see the locked ones. And we'll just come through to here. Let's see how we can dye these. I'm going with the green first of all, just because she's a wood elf. So sort of a green and brown sort of colours would probably be a good way of doing it. Keep it sort of very earthy a bit. I've only got the one green there, so let's have a look and see if we've got a slightly different green. Something a bit lighter maybe for the chest. Or maybe gold, actually. Gold might go well in the middle there. A light gold, like that. That's cool. I do like that grey. That came out quite well, actually, that green. Sorry, not grey. That's the one we wanted to catch. And then maybe have the gold on the edging. There we go. And on that edging as well. Cool. I was saying that. It's turned one of those over. I need to change a bit to brown. No, I want the other one to be brown. There we are, that's better. And then we go back to the gold. Turn the gold there. Cool. Okay, so the belt we need to bring into the same sort of colour scheme. So just make that green. That's cool. The boots are just one colour. So if we turn it into that green, they're a bit too stand-outish actually. we do that, it's a bit lighter. If we got a slightly better green that gets it closer to that style of colour, maybe. No, I think I might have to change the boots though. Okay, no worries. Green here. Okay, I'm thinking brown for the last bit there on the gloves itself, hands. There we are. So it's a bit more like that. Definitely want to change those boots. Maybe change those hands as well, actually. But let's have a look. Let's put them gold with green edging, so it's just in reverse of what we got. There we are. That's cool. So we have gold shoulders. So actually, that's not too bad. Actually, this sort of gives a little bit of points of attention over to the hands, the shoulders, and the legs there. I like that actually. Might still want to do something about those boots though. I'm still not happy about them. That's a little bit better. That colour will do it. Okay, we'll go with that for now. Just change the bow as well, so we need that to be a sort of a greeny colour. Oh, that's the wrong type of green. That type of green, that looks nice. Okay, put the gold in. Well, that really overpowered it. So put the gold there instead. Change that to be green as well. And there we go, that's my warden. Okay, that's not too bad. I'll do it for that now, so didn't cost me too much. Sort that out there as well. Cool. So we now have our warden now looking a bit more like a warden. I want to have bring her into the light a little bit so that I can see what she looks like. And we go, here we are. Yeah, cool, excellent. So we want to go to the collections and just go appearance and have a look at what we've got here, because I didn't really play around much with her styles. So we've got adorable assassin, which came from Brotherhood. It's got the hair. I was thinking something, maybe the pigtails, if I can see it. There they are. Don't touch my pigtails. Maybe, no, I don't know. I'm not sure. It doesn't kind of work. Oh, thanks, CJ. Yeah, just playing around there. So it uses a bit of the Divine Prosecution plus a couple other things chucked in there as well, just to give us something. I might want to change those boot styles. Still not 100% sure on it, but we shall see. Hair like that. Yeah, maybe. There's a new hair pack coming out in 3 days. I don't know if you've seen it on ESO, the Barbarian Beauty Pack, and it has a new long hair piece at long last, because there's not enough long hair pieces, I think, in this game. And there's a new long hair piece in there as well, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll be getting that. So I might put it like that and change it to the long hair piece from the Barbarian Pack when that comes out. So we'll pop that there. Let's give her a bit of makeup as well then, shall we? Got the Crimson Fire one. I got Royal Purple. Purple's not so great. No, female long hair, I'm afraid. Sorry, Zucker House. Not male long hair. It's female long hair again. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame. There should be some male ones. I don't know if it actually might be available for male as well, but from what I've seen of the pictures, it's just shown on a female mannequin at the moment. But yeah, it's just the one hairpiece in there. Then it's a pack. It's called the Barbarian Beauty Pack. It's coming out on the 24th. It's from the Crown Store. It's got like a couple of face tattoos in it, and some new earrings and stuff like that. And then it's got one new hairpiece in it as well, which is a new long hair. Quite a lot of volume in it as well, from what I've seen on the picture, the diagram of it being on the mannequin. So worth checking out. Let's give it subtle lashes. There we are. That's cool. A bit darker eyes, but cool. Brings out the green in her eyes. Cool. Yeah, worth checking out as well. Yeah, it's going to be out in a couple of days' time. So it's on the 24th that one comes out. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one and just having a look and seeing what it looks like on the characters. Because I want a lot more variety in my long hair at the moment, and there's not a lot of variety amongst it. Right, so costumes don't need body markings, skins, no need. Oh, personalities. Yes, we should give her a personality though, because at the moment she's just got the bog standard boring personality. So I like the brassy. I use this a lot. The brassy assassin personality. She sort of puts her hand on her hip there. The one from Naru, from the Morrowind side of things. I hope there's a new personality somewhere coming out. But no, I think that works for her. That seems to be pretty cool. I like that. That will be my new warden. She's turned out quite nice, and I really need to sort out champion points, so I'll probably do that when I come back, before coming back to streaming, because rather than make people sit there and watch me just pop champion points into places that I'm probably just going to be pulling straight from Outcast builds anyway, but out build information anyway. So I will pop that all in there, but for the time being I'm going to log off for now, and I'm going to drop my channel over into Tierlands, so we'll start hosting Tierlands channel from here, and that should have us all sorted and ready to go. So thank you very much, have a good evening. I will be back in probably about an hour or two after we've had some dinner and stuff like that, and I'll start streaming again, so you're more than welcome. Yeah, long hair in real life as well, CJ. Yep, same here. I've got the long hair as well. Yeah, it's I'm gonna have a good evening, go and have some food and everything else like that. We'll go and host Tierline, and then I'll be back in about an hour or two. You're more than welcome to come back. If you keep the multi-stream open, it will automatically start streaming me again as soon as I'm back on as well. You guys have a good evening, and thank you, CJ, as well. I will catch you all very soon. Let me send you all over into the host, just make sure everything is done there. So have a good evening.